Oh, goodness gracious me. My name is Per. I'm a Bayern Munchen fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Danny Ings fan club. Here we go. Right, Bertrand, Oriol Romeu. Let's get it in tonight. All right, I'm ready.
I'm joined by Robinho, a Penalty FC fan.
It's 7 years of pain. Guys, do not let me down. Do not let me down. That's all I asked for. And also, 32nd minute, because I'm taking part of the penalty bingo that's trending on Twitter. Let's go.
I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah, running down the wing.
And I'm joined by Dave, a Lewis Hamilton fan. Dev once.
He's got the mask on. Legit.
Fam. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Monday Night Football is on as well. Manchester United against Southampton, just so you are aware, we've got that as well. So any updates, we will be giving you that live on
Drop
the Top 4
a comment
podcast.
on when you think the first penalty will come. United's first penalty.
I've got 13 minutes.
You got 13.
Yeah,
I've got 33. I've got 33.
33.
I think the referee will give us 20 minutes where he doesn't want to give nothing, and then we'll get the United penalty. It's at Old Trafford, remember? It's at Old Trafford.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Why is Sir Alex there, by the way? Just out of curiosity. What's he doing there? And he's not even wearing his mask properly. He has a mask below his nose.
Don't disrespect the Godfather. He can do what he wants.
What do you mean? Like, put him in his home. He needs to stay at home and chill. He's over 70. He's over 70. He's a vulnerable. This man's vulnerable, blood. Did you know it was? So I don't understand. Say that again.
What, is he above Corona because he's playing 13 Prem titles?
If you get 13 Prem, you're fine. You're safe, blood. You're safe. Man, let's talk. Let's get into it, bruv, because I've been trying to avoid this pod for the last 24 hours because my shower of a shambles side, Arsenal lost 2-1 against Tottenham Hotspur. David, what on earth do we do now?
Fam, I told you, man. This is what I tried to tell you, man. I know. We insist on getting our high hopes. I know. Lacazette scores a banger.
What a banger it was.
Black Lacazette, bruv. Are you mad? Man scores a screamer, bruv. Are you mad?
Screamer.
Not even 2 minutes, blood.
1 minute.
2 flipping minutes. Class on that, Get him out,
boy.
Man. Get him out. I've had enough, man.
Can we talk about how good that Laka goal was, though?
Yeah, before we get into the gritty.
No, I've had enough, bro. He's scored a banger, bro. Not even a minute. Man can't even enjoy it, bro. You know when you've scored a screamer,
bro,
and you can't
for real.
enjoy it.
For real. As a fan, you can't even sit there as a fan like enjoying that. You know, like the replays came after the equalizer. Like that's when you know. Like they were showing the goal again, and it was already 1-1. Like it was almost like whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't even enjoy the strike.
That's the most frustrating thing when your team scores and they're instantly pegged back.
Bro, we always do this, bro. Every single time, bro.
Apparently, we're the team that has conceded the most points from winning positions or lost the most games or whatever the stat was. It was just, I think 14 times we've had a lead, we've lost it, or it's been a draw or a loss. It's just annoying, man. It's so bloody annoying.
All these men to cut, bro.
Blood, it's true. It's true. But do you know what? Like, I'm so disheartened. Yeah, there's it's apathy now. Do you know them ones? It's like I've seen this week in, week out, where there's been the Keystone Cops, I keep calling it. When you get a chance, just Google it, because it is so inept how the defending is. The defending doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And we saw David Luiz at Man City get rewarded with a 2-year deal. There are rumours of Mustafi being rewarded with a 2-year deal. Kolasinac's best defending all year in his Arsenal career has been for Mesut Ozil. It's been nothing else. He's been awful. He's been awful on the pitch, and it has to be. And the thing is, I look, Kolasinac had an absolute Western super, right? No doubt about it. Yeah,
terrible.
But David, did you see who instructed him to pass there? Because we need to get onto him at the minute. because he's Mikel Arteta. When you watch the replay, the guy points. No, the guy does this he does that to Kolasinac, and Kolasinac followed the order.
You don't play that pass. No.
So then tell me. So talk about the manager. So tell me.
No, I'm not even allowing this, bro.
Yeah.
Go on.
He told you to pass to David Luiz. He didn't tell you to pass it there, bro.
Exactly.
No.
But why? But hang on. But why is it going to David Luiz?
He could have passed.
The number one question is that we were. By the way, if you remember how the play started, Bellerin was down the right hand side, gone on the wing,
space.
gone.
He had space.
Right, the ball's come back, and for whatever reason, our manager hasn't. Do you know why? No, I'm not blaming Arteta for the goal, but if Arteta is instructing him to pass the ball elsewhere, guess what? The ball has been passed elsewhere.
No, Peter, that's not fair. That's not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Kolasinac has the ball on the left side of the pitch. He's near the touchline, yeah? Any centre-back in their right mind or any full-back in that position can turn inside and pass it back to their centre-back. The issue is he didn't pass it back to the safe area where David Luiz was. He passed it in front of David Luiz, which was closer to Son. And Son just nipped in and got him. It was a poor pass.
It was a poor pass, but it was the wrong pass. Why is he passing back to us half?
Because that's how you build up football play. Like David Luiz is the one guy who can build up from the back.
No. Arteta's the manager. He's the manager. At the end of the day, he instructed Kolasinac to pass there, and Kolasinac made that pass. And it was such a dangerous pass from our centre. First of all, he's playing Kolasinac centre half. So I'm blaming him for a series of things here. So before we even get to the mishap pass, it's Kolasinac's fault for the pass. Please make sure. Let me get this very clear, guys. He made a woeful pass. But what I'm making very clear also, Arteta instructs him to do that pass. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to let Arteta get away scot-free. I mean, there's so many things I'm thinking of right now. I need to put things in linear form first. Bruv, Mustafi's getting a new deal, and that's annoying, right? David Luiz got a new deal, that's annoying, right? Kolasinac is a centre. Kolasinac is a centre half in a back three. That's annoying. Bukayo Saka didn't start. That's annoying.
Yeah.
So before Mesut Ozil doesn't make the squad. That's annoying. So there's so many things where it's an absolute clown show that's going on. This is an absolute clown show. If Amazon Prime was doing Arsenal's All or Nothing, my goodness, they would blockbuster the sales because there's so much going on. There's so much mess. We've got more drama at our club than EastEnders, and it's not acceptable. No one seems to be there steadying this ship. Do you understand what I'm saying? And there's no hope, by the way, because we are currently in 9th place, 4 points behind 7th. And as we'll get onto Man City later, but as for what happened to them today, it means that you have to at least be 7th to get the Europa League. And even then, it doesn't guarantee you it. So we're in such trying times when we have no European football next year, right? And the players we have are utter. They need to rip the whole thing up and tear it apart, start it again. This is Liverpool 2015 101.
Pete, can I just interject here quickly? Now, 2 weeks ago, you were in a very different mood about Arteta and Arsenal's fortunes and where you thought they were going to go. You actually predicted Arsenal getting 6 points out of your next 2 games. You then ended up drawing at home to Leicester City. And even after that result, you were very adamant that Arsenal should be beating Tottenham at White Hart Lane. That didn't happen. You ended up losing the game 2-1. And now you've said a lot about Arteta's choice of personnel in not picking Saka and also his decision to tell Kolasinac where to pass the ball. Do you feel Arteta is to blame? And David, can I get your thoughts on that too? Why do you guys think you lost to Mourinho again this Sunday?
Because of stupid defending. Go to every defeat this season. It's because of stupid defending. We never got battered by anybody this season. We never got outplayed by anybody this season. Every game this season has been done by chronic, stupid, inept, pathetic, shambolic, disgraceful defending. And it's been the same thing every single time. There is, in a season, you have about maybe 1 or 2 mayors in a football club. In the season, we've got about 9-10 defeats, 9-10 mayors. I'm not talking about like, oh, tough luck. We were shocking in every goal. In every game we've lost, we were shockingly bad at defending. Arteta has lost more games than Unai Emery. So let's not, please, we're not having this conversation about what are my thoughts on Mikel, because Mikel is doing what he can, but at the same time, if he's doing something wrong, I'm going to point it out. He's not abstain. And then I started hearing garbage about this was a Mourinho masterclass. What game were people watching? What were they watching? Because guess what? Guess what Tottenham Hotspur I saw on Sunday? The same one that played against Bournemouth, the same one that played against Sheffield United, the same one that got slapped about by Brighton, at the start of the season. It was the exact same Tottenham. Exact same Tottenham. How was Son's goal? Quality finish, by the way, from Son. Martinez, I don't know why you've done an Almunia. He's already gone to ground before even anything's happened. I couldn't believe why he went to ground. I was in shock, right? But you just knew one-on-one, Son's got this, right? But then you look at the second goal we've conceded. I got Tierney on Alderweireld. Tierney, the only player that seems to give a monkeys about this game, by the way, and that was bloody frustrating. Again, he takes off Ceballos, Arteta, and we seem to lose the ball. And Tottenham were giving us the ball all game. I was reading a stat. It was 81% possession at one point in the game to Arsenal. 81. Then we took off Ceballos, and then it averaged out. I think it got to like 70-30.
Yeah, I felt like Arsenal did struggle to keep the ball when watching the game. But I feel like, other than Saka, I don't know anyone else in your squad that would have helped you retain possession better.
Danny Ceballos.
No, so
why is he coming off?
No, I'm talking about players that didn't play.
No, when you said retain possession, we had possession when Ceballos was there. That's my point. You take off Ceballos and we have no possession. I said the same thing against Leicester. I'm copying pasting right now. I said the exact same thing against Leicester, right? The thing that really hurts me, bruv, and it's really, really like it's paining me, bruv, is that we've got no diligence, no discipline in this side, and they're being rewarded for it. I ranted about this not long ago. The rewarding of failure is sickening me. It's actually saying Klopp walked into Liverpool, blood, and just ripped the team apart. 15 of them gone. He just ripped them all off. When you look at the side they got now, he absolutely just tore it and ripped it away, right? And what I'm saying is Arteta's got to be able to do that. By the way, 1-0 Southampton, Mr. Stuart Armstrong. Big up Armstrong. Anyway, I'm being 100% serious. And the camera's panned to Pogba, so I don't know whether or not he made it. Is an error leading to a goal? I'm not sure. But
I didn't even know the game kicked off.
They're doing the replay now. De Gea's kicked the ball out. He's giving it to Pogba just outside the D. He's lost possession ridiculously, right? And then Armstrong, Redmond's crossed the ball into the penalty area. Touch. Oh my God. Who's defending this? Do you know what? Guys. I'm not even joking, yeah? The defending, I don't give a monkeys what football club you are, except Liverpool. The only club in football who's got good defending is Liverpool Football Club. Everybody else's defending is, my God, awful. It's friggin' pathetic.
You see why I told you, Oscar? I'm friggin' sick of this. Before we started this, I was like, Robin, don't worry. Robin,
Robin.
They have the opportunity and they're going to mess it up. And
Robin, this is Bournemouth.
It was Pogba. It was a Pogba howler.
It's one of those though. It's too early. Do you know what it was? It's one of those. It's a bit too early. United will kick on, but the defending at this football players are getting paid fat wages, fat money to defend like the way they're defending. And at Arsenal, it's just the pinnacle. You can't tell the difference between Arsenal, Villa, Bournemouth. I've seen some horrible defending in the league, and you can't tell the difference between us and them, man. I'm sick to death of. I don't want to see people like Mustafi next season. I don't want to see Luis next season. I don't want to see Kolasinac. They need to fight. They need to take him elsewhere. They need to take him elsewhere. They need to take away. But you see, Arteta. Here's my issue with Arteta is that, bruv, you seem to be okay with this. Like you seem to be okay, and that for me smells reeks of problems. Do you get what I'm saying?
There's no money at the club, bruv.
Oh, garbage. They've been spunking money. That's the problem. Is when we wanted defenders and we wanted midfielders, we ended up spending nearly 100 million on the forward line. Emery, I told you, spent 200 million. Emery spent
contracts for them.
This is it. This is it. This is why I'm leaving. Because the thing is, you have to like. It's one of the, when you're watching a club act and be in a way where you feel like this is getting on my nerves. How many years does that have to get on our nerves? Bro, I've been annoyed at our defending since 09. 09. I've been annoyed at this defending. Whether it was Johan Giroud, whether it was Gael Clichy, whether it was Squillaci, Koscielny, the whole lot. The whole lot. And we are 2020. And the back pairing I have, my first two centre-back choices are Mustafi and David. What is this? What is this? I'm sick to death.
It's Arsenal, man. I think Gary Neville coined the term uncoachables when he spoke about Arsenal's centre backs, and he said that like Arteta is basically is in a catch-22 with this defense. It's very, very difficult to get them to perform well. And a simple thing like Kolasinac telling him, "Hey, pass back to your centre back," and he passes it the wrong side of him is a prime example of that. I think with Arteta we've seen more good than bad. I know you said the stat that he's lost more games than Emery now, but I still think we've seen more good than bad. And it's up to him to really prove that he has the weight and the cachet to be like, I'm getting rid of the dead wood. You know what I mean? A lot of managers have to have that realization when they come to a club, just like Klopp did, just like Lampard is probably going to have to do at the end of the season. Just so many managers are going to be like, enough is enough. Yeah, I don't care how long you've been here. If you're not serving the team, you're out. And he's doing that with Mesut Ozil, it seems. So we'll see.
Yeah, but why is he not doing it with our centre halves? He's really because we've got like 8 centre halves. What are you guys talking about? We have no midfielders and he's dropping them. We've got bare centre halves. Do you get what I'm saying? Last time I checked, Socrates hasn't kicked a ball. I haven't seen Socrates holding, or I know Chambers is injured, but Socrates and Holding are there. Do you get what I'm saying? Zach Medley's there. If you're gonna drop Lacazette for Eddie Nketiah, you could drop any of our centre halves for a youth centre half, or for a Rob Holding, or for a Socrates. Do you catch my drift?
We have a comment from Boss Like Endo who says, Peter and David are the new Chuckle brothers. Big man thing, watch your mouth.
Fam, like...
Or next time.
At the end of the day,
they 1-1, but it was offside. Offside goal.
Again?
Offside goal.
Yeah, I was going to mention it, but I'd leave it. I was going to mention it, I thought I'd leave it. But what's it called? David has not bigged up Arsenal once because the thing is, David, you weren't shocked by this result on the weekend.
No,
you weren't shocked.
I was livid.
Whereas I was shocked because I thought we're facing dog garbage. What we are facing, because Tottenham are awful. They are garbage. Like, if we lose to Brighton, it doesn't mean Brighton's good. They're still a shower of crap. It's just that we are as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And
shall we talk about the second goal? Because that's what I feel like was another error there.
Fam, there's no leadership in our team, man. It's just.
Do you know what I hate? I hate conceding goals from corners, yeah, because it's just the worst. It's just the most preventable situation in the world. You know where the ball is going to end up. But Arsenal did nothing.
Contract not to defend Aldo, whatever his name is, bruv. Why is Timmy on Tony, bruv?
I have no words. Sol Campbell. Exactly. Sol Campbell said when they were reviewing the goal, they said to Sol Campbell, who was in the studio, and I'm sure he was looking at our defending like he could get a run now, right? And he was saying the dangerous guys in the penalty area, I get my 2 centre halves on. Kieran Tierney, the left wing back, should have been nowhere near Toby Alderweireld. Should have been nowhere near him. So at the end of the day, man, it's just like, the thing is, one thing I know Mourinho knew was that, don't worry, be patient. Arsenal will give us something. They will cost themselves something. I remember Mourinho used to do this with Chelsea against Arsenal. He will just let it wait. Just let it, don't worry. We'll give them because they're going to come out and attack. This is like under Wenger years. They would come out and attack. I remember the 6-0 game. If you watched the 6-0 defeat game, it was one of those where we started strong, had 2 shots on goal. Obviously, Giroud missed, as usual, in a big game too. And then it was a case of Chelsea just started picking us off. Oh, you want to run forward? See you later. Gibbs was gone down the left wing. They broke. Matters saying, wait, who's the guy marking me here? Oh, sorry. All right, crack on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, Mo Salah was ripping us back then. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's got experience in this anyway. So, you know, it's just, I can't.
Boss like Endo's made a comment. He said, honestly, how are you man losing to the Spurs side? They are dead. Arsenal always let you down. I actually like them as well, KMT.
I mean, this is what the Arsenal to like. The Arsenal used to be favourable back in the day. This ain't the one to like.
Man said favourable. Yeah, I hear you.
We used to be liked because we played nice football. It was silky. I don't see Nasri or Fabregas in that side anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, oh, Lord have mercy on us football club. It is finished. It is absolutely finished right now. Yesterday, yesterday, for me, yesterday was the mark. That was the final one. That was the coffin done. We are buried in the sand. No European football next season. Saturday to Saturday. We're going to be like Burnley next season with our 3:00 kickoffs.
Other than financially, I think that's good news for Arsenal. It just means that you can work on you. You know what I mean?
The problem is we can't buy anyone in it. That's the problem. We can't. Will we buy anyone?
You can't buy world-class players, but you can buy good players.
Would the people that you've like pretty much extradited, such as Guendouzi, have done anything different?
Oh, by the way, 1-1 at Old Trafford, Manchester United have equalised. I totally forgot about that. It's Marcus Rashford, comfortable.
Is it? From open play?
Yeah,
from open play.
Oh, okay, man, like Marcus is back, yeah?
Yeah, you can't get him anymore. Told you, feeds the nation.
Exactly. He feeds the people. Sorry?
Good assist from Martial, though, still.
Yeah. Oh, he did well.
Come on, boys. Do not let this down. The question is, I was like, obviously, the people that you've literally left out from the club, Guendouzi, would that have been any difference to you? Because we all know that Guendouzi has something. It's just his attitude is the main problem. So I'm just asking.
Bruv, because we could have Messi up front, and you can have Thiago Alcantara in midfield. The goals we are conceding is the problem, Robin.
Fair enough.
And it's like football training, yeah? You're gonna do some football training and they will show you clips of how not to defend. Those are our goals. They are clips of how not to defend in the Premier League, in the Europa League, in the Champions League, wherever you are.
So overall, I was going to say overall, is the lineup more at fault because he could have done different instead of putting like a Saka on and Pepe on at the same time, possibly, or were you just shocking?
It's just our defending.
I know the defender was shocking.
Yeah,
because from my point of view, after Tottenham got the second goal, for me it looked like Tottenham was getting the third goal as well towards the end.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So I can say for the most of the part, Tottenham, as much as crapper they were, they actually were all right in this game. So you do have to give them a little bit
better. They were definitely better.
Yeah.
By the way, 2-1 Manchester United. Tony Marshall.
Yeah, my strings, don't talk to me, man. I've had enough, bro.
Thing is, Robin was upset at the goal that they conceded. I'm sitting there thinking, 12 minutes gone. Yeah, but you know what it is to Bournemouth. Every guy in this room here, everyone in this chat knew Man United are going to go 2-1 up. It wasn't going to go 2-0 Southampton. We all knew it.
But no, listen, as much as you know Arsenal, you watch them and you keep saying shower crap. I've seen the shower crap every 7 years. You know how many times for the past 7 years we had an opportunity to break into the top four and we don't do it? I've seen it too many times. So when I just see Southampton score again,
you've got a good side now. You've got a good side now.
Robin. I know you've got a good side, but I can't trust my team just yet. I need them.
Why did we not sign this guy? Oh my gosh.
Bruno Fernandes and Tony Martial. Oh, we love him. But yeah.
David, listen. I don't care. Even if it's the kids from Hale End, I want a back four that are incompetent. Please understand. Please hear me. I don't care where you get them from. I don't care if they cost 600 million or 600,000. Sorry, so, you know, get them from Stockport. Get another one from Carlisle. Get another one from Sunderland. I don't care where they're from. I want a back four. Well, let me say, I want 2 centre halves because I love Tierney. I think he's amazing. And the right backs, Bellerin and Cedric, I'll give them time. But the 2 at the centre back position,
you wanted them. You give them a new contract.
You see, my only issue. Our
club is finished. It's finished. It's finished.
The thing is, you can't blame David Luiz as much as.
No, I'm just saying.
Not for that one. Not for that one.
By the way it's run. By the way it's run.
Is the second one, bro. That should have been his man. Why is he standing?
What's he jumping into Thingford? Yeah, you're right, David. David Luiz jumps into Kolasinac in the box. What's he done that for? If you watch it, Alderweireld, first of all, I'm talking about the corner. Alderweireld's the highest one in the air. First of all, that's a red flag. Why is a Tottenham player the highest height, jumping height? And then 3 Arsenal players, and none of them have got anywhere near Alderweireld.
Oh, Pete, you see our 3 centre backs, yeah? They're all playing zonal. Tierney was the only one on Alderweireld.
Yeah.
David Luiz in that situation has to say, "Hey, Tierney, you need to dip, bruv." That's my guy, bruv. No one.
The thing is, Tierney was already was about to nick his shirt. He was going to rub his shirt off him. He was ready.
The corner was taken. The corner was taken. All 3 centre backs are in front of the keeper. Tierney's in front of Luiz, and then Alderweireld's right there. No one is. This club is done. There's nothing else.
From time Tierney was there, you knew we were in trouble because Tierney could see my 3 centre halves haven't got this covered. So I'm covering it because the 3 of you haven't got it covered.
Responsibility, bro.
And this is right to faces because it's like as much as he can set a team out well, as much as he can improve a team, when it boils down to the nitty-gritty, when it boils down to basic bog standing defending, Arsenal are incapable of stringing and the thing is, whether it's Mustafi, whether it's David Luiz, whether it's Kolasinac, whether it's Rob Holding up at Brighton, Socrates has had a mares in his time, you can guarantee, you can bet your bottom dollar that Arsenal will give you something. And that's the issue that Mikel Arteta faces. And that's why until those players gets rid of them, we're going to be in this place every couple of weeks. Because as Gary Neville said, they are uncoachable. Because it's basic box standard defended. If I'm a centre half, I mark my opposite centre half. What's the big deal? And it's like, as a coach, there's only so much you can do.
Did you hear Mourinho at the end of the game? He said, we left Mustafi alone. We just thought we're going to concentrate on David Luiz. We'll leave Mustafi to have the ball. And that, for me, that is alarming. Because opposition should not be knowing this. They shouldn't be knowing information like that.
That's how bad it is. You got weak links.
Mustafi at the end of the game turned into Mustafi Kane was just on him, bro. As I said,
Kane was very unlucky in that game.
Kane was looking fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I'm so glad Harry Kane didn't score because he was moving mad. He had a perfect opportunity to play in Bergwijn.
He did as well.
And he didn't. And then he got mad at Son when he didn't pass to him. Harry Kane's a little selfish guy.
He needs goals.
He's goal, but he is very selfish. But
he's so selfish.
I do feel like
as the top 4 has declared, Arsenal Football Club is finished. It's finished. Okay, just so that we're aware. You've never seen this in your lifetime. You've never seen us not in Europe in your lifetime, right? It is finished.
That's very true. I don't remember you not being in Europe.
As in, you weren't young enough to remember. Yeah. But Wenger was gloating. I've done 22 years in the Champions League. He was giving it large. He did 20 years straight in the Champions League. Then I think he did 2 years in Europa League.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going down and down and down further. Be careful what you wish for. Remember that one.
So is Aubameyang staying or leaving?
He should. Look, honestly, I said it last week. I would question his ambition if he stays. I'm not even joking, bro. I'm not even being deep. I would question his ambition if he stayed.
Listen, I'll respect him if he stays, but fam, for Arsenal's sake, just sell him, bro.
Why should he?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Just
because
kill him.
what now? Do we need him in the Premier League games? You know what I'm saying? He's got is one game a week next season. And he definitely ain't playing the Carabao Cup games. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh,
I say just sell him. I don't want to see him go on a free. That will get me annoyed. I'll be livid.
the only time I come
yeah.
back with Mandem, yeah, I come back when I see competent centre backs.
It's fine.
That's
welcome,
all I want.
welcome to Team Abroad gang. That's all I say.
Fam,
that.
Bayern München, blood. Bayern München.
Welcome to Abroad gang.
Like you might.
I'm not watching Bundesliga.
It's happened again.
I'm not watching all that thing, man. Nah, bro. Arsenal, Kroenke needs to go, bro.
But what can you do? Honestly, what can
Bro,
you do?
boycott, bro. Do a Liverpool. I'm telling you, nothing is gonna change until we get Kroenke out this club, bro. He needs to cut, bro. Everything else will
But
fall in
what? Well, I'm saying that's long term, really, because he's not
No.
leaving. So what you do short term?
Liverpool got Gillett and thing out of there quick, bro. No, I've had enough of this, bro. That man got him out of there quick.
Robin, short term, there's a shopping list,
Yeah.
and it requires centre halves at Arsenal ×4, and it's other laggers that are in this side, the dead wood. That's what short term it is.
Do you know how
we
crazy
have
and how dire it is at Arsenal?
Say that again.
Do you know how crazy and how dire it is at Arsenal? Your serving grace for next season is literally a 19-year-old boy
Mm-hmm.
come in and hopefully add some stability. Like, what sort of operation, what sort of ship are you running at your club?
Exactly.
Where there is no guidance.
Right?
Like, when do you go for next season? Like, how's it looking?
Ask Edward Stanelli, bro. The BTEC Barcelona, and I told you, man. He's from Barcelona. He's from Barcelona. He's a dead guy, bro. Stanelli, bro. Get him out. He needs to dip as well, bro.
Just away from Arsenal, talking about the United game, we have a comment from Boss Like Endo. Man United are so annoying, man. But let's not get carried away because they haven't faced anyone serious yet. The one time they faced a big team, they came unstuck.
No.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. Because I feel like with United is a very emotional, it's very results driven. Your perception of them, like the perception of Man United shifts so easily. So, giving an example, back in January, what was the narrative? United, they're nowhere near. United are far off the pace. I mean, there was a time that Sky Sports on the starting 11 of Liverpool United. It was 100% Liverpool players. And then when they get in a good run, all of a sudden it's, they only need 2 or 3 players and then they'll be back. So it's very, very tough to actually make an assessment of United because I feel like you see both ends of the extreme, if that makes sense.
Right now, all we needed was a starting 11 because every week game we had a new team. And now we've actually got a team that's actually doing something. Yes, there's tweakings here and there. But it is true. We faced all the big teams, all that stuff. And the last big team we faced was City. And we won 2-0. And that's without Greenwood being irregular or Pogba and all that stuff. So I'm saying you do need to give United some props for doing something right. But all we need, and what I'm liking seeing, is just consistency. We can't just do this. We finished 3rd, do nothing in the transfer window, and then we'll be back to 6th again. We need to go forward.
Yeah,
and that's just the main thing we need to do. So yes, it's a good thing to get excited, but I'm still cautious. As you can see, I've been throughout the whole pod. I'm like, I need to see.
I think well, I'll say shout out to everybody that's locked in right now. Leave a comment if you're watching. With United, I hear what Adrian's saying about the results driven, but I think this time when I look at that United front line, they've got good young talent that are all firing, and I think it's that firepower that you can't really deny. So I think they really have something now.
But do you know what? Every team has to go through an acid test, and United haven't gone through that yet with this team. And I get Adrian's point. Like with this, now that we've seen United actually have fit players in their team, now they're getting the results in. They're beting everybody they should have beaten. And I'm sure Robin's even pissed. I'm sure Robin's pissed that they drew to Spurs, because what Tottenham Hotspur are we watching? And when the season resumed, good result, you would have said, we got a draw away from home at Spurs. Fair play. You take that. When you look back at it, you think, geez, I mean, the way Man United have put teams to bed, you'd think to yourself, what
And
was
that's
the
the big
strongest
thing.
players?
Because
So-
we were always good at the top six, like the big six. We always
Excellent.
gave them a game, but we were not putting the little teams to bed, and that's been our biggest thing. And that's what we've been doing
Yeah.
recently. So I'm like, right, we just need it's consistency. That's all
Ne-
I ask for.
Next season is going to be the acid test on the metal of this side. And the truth of the matter is this: if they want to win the league or challenge for the title, they need 2 centre halves, a left back, and a right winger, and a defensive midfielder. This team is not good enough to win the league. It's not even good enough to challenge for the title. I don't believe so. But
No, you're right.
just because of when you look at Liverpool
Because
and City, they're far away.
You need to look at it. We've got a very good front five.
Exactly.
Simple FC.
Exactly.
But that's
But the
crazy.
back-
That's what you're saying, Robin, is crazy. You said front five. Name another team in the league that has a front five, bro. We have front threes. We don't have front fives. So I think
No, but
United,
if you look at the bollocks that's behind us,
yeah,
it's a madness.
no, facts. No
Yeah.
one's denying that. No one's denying that. But I think if United continue on their trajectory, they finish third this season, and no one's gonna say like not rightfully so. Like they deserve to be there. So when you look at everything that's happened before January, before Bruno arrived, essentially, that seems like more of the anomaly as opposed to this. I feel like now Ollie's finally got players playing to their potential. I feel like we knew a lot of these players were talented, and it's just they weren't at their potential. So I feel like United are serious. Two signings in the summer, maybe a centre half, and we've got a real team.
But Oscar, what's the gap between Manchester United and Manchester City right now?
They've got two teams.
Say again?
They've
City-
got
City
two
are-
teams.
No. I'm just saying, what's the gap in points between Man City and Manchester United? Between
about-
Manchester United and Liverpool?
It's probably
gap
about
is-
much, you know, between Liverpool and United.
I think they're 11
It's the-
points ahead. I need to look at the league table. I'll get it up now.
Yeah,
It-
City
it-
are not that far ahead.
No, but when you consider what Man United have had to do in order to get to, it's still only got an 11-point gap as you're estimating. And they're probably like another 20 points behind
Yeah, so
Liverpool anyway.
if we win this game, it will be 11 points.
Exactly. So 11 points at the end of the day is not a small gap. That's still a big gap in the Premier League. To be 11 points behind anybody, you are not going to finish above them, right? You don't predict it in the future. So although what we've watched from Man United has been championship material in the last 2 months, right? In the how many weeks it's been? The last month or so, right? Championship stuff. But then you're telling me they're still 11 points behind Man City, who, by the way, we've watched and said, what's going on over here?
Yeah, Man
What's
City
the
are
gap
going to be
between
better.
what's the gap between Manchester United and Liverpool? I'm going to go 25, 26 plus, right? 30 plus even. I'd even go that far.
It
right?
is currently 30.
It's 30 points is the gap, man, them.
No, but
30
I
points.
think,
So they are nowhere near. Let's not get gassed on the month. They are nowhere near. Next season, the transfer window has to be clever this summer.
Mhm.
Has to be clever.
Has to be clever
If
for
this-
everyone.
If it's clever, yeah, and they add, they put square pegs in square holes, fine. They can go ahead and challenge. But I'm sorry, guys, the quality, as much as Man United have the front five, there are not 5 players on the field that play for Manchester United. And that's Robin's point.
no, but I think in fairness to the United point, the whole reason why I'm not sold on them is because it's inconsistency. Like I haven't seen Man United in God knows how long, few years now. I haven't seen them put together a holistic great season. It's been we'll piss about for a couple of months, but then we'll go 16 games unbeaten. It will be we'll be crap. We'll get sacked. Jose will get sacked. Oli will come in. You'll start like a house on fire. He'll then hit Wayne. Then he'll pick up again. So I think the key for United is consistency. And if I'm being perfectly honest, if they get 4 good players, I believe they'll be a lot more consistent.
4.
And it's just, and it's just a matter of
4.
Yeah, definitely 4. At
It
least 4.
doesn't matter of doing the business right.
Yeah.
It just matters
No,
of
I
doing
hear you,
the right
Adrian. I hear you, Adrian.
I don't think they're that far away. But yeah, I agree with you on the consistency thing.
Honestly, Oscar, when this next season starts, Man United are going to have a dip, and Adrian's point will come back to haunt everyone, because it is that thing of, we've seen United do spells where we think, okay, the thing that vexed Ernest the most about losing the league to Man City, what was it, when you finished second I can't remember what year it was now. But the thing that annoyed him and angered him was that although it was 19 points, they were losing dibby games. It wasn't even like, the big man were just knocking us out. Man City were just far too superior. They were losing the dibby games. But Man United at the moment are putting that to bed. Let's see how it happens when the new season starts. And then again, it's going to be one of those.
Boss like Endo said, "Thank you, Peter, taking the words out of my mouth." I think that was earlier on.
Acid test. Then I can believe it. I don't believe it now. I don't believe it now.
It looks promising, but
it is what it is.
I kind of believe it still. I kind of believe it.
I don't.
We'll see. We'll see.
I don't. I need to see. We need to finish the top 4 because I don't. For me, I don't really care. 3rd, 4th, don't care. If it's Champions League, I'll take it.
Get you in.
I'll
tell you what, though, Robin.
But yeah.
5th place doesn't guarantee you Champions League anymore. Do you know why? Because Manchester City, I can't believe this.
Where I told you,
no, guys.
It's over.
Guys, I woke up this morning. And I literally woke up everyone in the house and I said, "You've got to be kidding me. Man City's ban was overturned." Not even like, yeah, they got a 1 year, they got like 100 million fine. No. No years.
No years, just a 10 million fine reduced from 30 million.
Wow. You've got to be kidding me.
Listen, Pete, dirhams were paid, bro. Dirhams were exchanged, blood.
No, but the CAS, the Court of Arbitration of Sports, said there was no evidence that Manchester City had done what UEFA claimed they had done. I cannot believe this.
So where they got that from?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
They did break a rule. That's why they got the fine, the 10 million.
They didn't break it. They didn't get the fine for the breaking of a rule.
No, it was a rule of like it was article something.
Basically, what they were trying to say that they were a pain in the ass. That's what they were trying to say. Man City were trying to play hardball with UEFA, and Castro said, "Look, for compensation's sake, 10 million you're going to send over."
But how can you play hardball when you've done nothing wrong? If you're not guilty, how is that hardball?
No, because UEFA's point is Man City didn't comply with us, and so we threw a fine on them. We threw a ban on them because they wouldn't cooperate with us when it came to investigating their case. So UEFA's defense, it was like, okay, if you're not going to work with us here, slap the fine, bang, and they just banned them straight up, right? But it's the fact that.
So yeah,
I can't believe this. I can't.
The following brief gets full. Manchester City has contravened Article 56 of Club License and Financial Fair Play Regulations. Therefore, they shall pay a 10 million euro fine within 30 days, but they will still be able to play in Europe next season.
Guys, this is disgusting on UEFA. This is disgusting.
You know when man can say, 10 million? These man got these, bro.
10 million? Come.
It's them dirhams, bro. I'm telling you, Pete, bro. It's a wrap.
It's an absolute elitist. The thing is, UEFA just getting found out for their elitist mentality. It's scumbaggery what they've been doing. The minute they threw in financial fair play, it was not to protect football clubs from going under. We all know that's horse because we've seen clubs go under the rules of financial fair play, which doesn't really exist. What they didn't want was your Man City's coming in, was your PSG's coming in, was like a Newcastle now. They don't want new guys to the table. They want the original, what they would consider the original big teams, the Liverpool and Man Uniteds of this world, and then the Real Madrids and Barcelona as well, and protect them, man. Maybe Bayern Munich, even then they don't even get a looking like that. But like just to protect them, man, there. Honestly, it's scumbaggery. They felt this with PSG the first time. PSG were put on a ban, went to CAS, again overturned. So that's twice now. I have no faith in you. You know, I've been making jokes about brown paper bags for years. Mandem, I do not trust that governing body whatsoever.
UEFA.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't trust CAS in general. It's not like the thing is though, they've done so well with the Olympics, but when it comes to football, it's a whole different ball game. So they'd be able to get rid of Russia in the Olympics for doping. Every time it comes to a football case, UEFA. So we've got Qatar, that was not overturned by CAS. We've got PSG, and now we've got City. I'm just saying, money talks.
That's like you say that. Like it's been a running joke since the 80s that Russians have been doping.
You know what I'm saying? Blood,
Bossa Endo's made a comment. He said, I'm actually happy City bust case. The rest of the league is trash. No one else deserves to be in the CL. We need the best teams to represent our country. At least the top 4 race is more exciting now that City are not.
I can't lie.
And to an extent, I do agree with Boss. Like, I did want to see City in the Champions League simply for the fact that, like, the league needs the best team. Champions League needs the best teams in it in order for it to be entertaining.
Yeah, but not if they're cheating, though. Yeah, but not if they're cheating.
Yeah,
like, if they were cheating, I don't want to hear it because because the league titles would have been false.
So are you suggesting that they cheated and that this is all bogus?
Well, no, I can't suggest it. Cass said that there was no evidence, so I can't even call them cheats anymore. But UEFA presented it like UEFA was saying from 2014, City have been inflating their financial records. They were basically like, you know what I'm saying, their sponsorship deals has been inflated to X amount of money, right? So from 2014, they won the league in 2014. They won the league in 18 and 2019, right? All the cups you can think of, right? They would all be false. And I don't want cheating in football. I can't stand cheating.
But you know,
so that's what I meant. Yeah.
I think the issue isn't necessarily cheating, isn't maybe necessarily Cass. I think it's just how FFP is an illusion that only exists in Football Manager. And when Real Madrid can literally sell a car park, what was it, £1 billion?
Back to themselves.
Then you know what FFP is all about, and you know that FFP is just an illusion. And I asked the question in the group, what was Arsene Wenger saving his money for?
Honestly, Arsene Wenger and Ivan Gazidis rode this train of FFP for years. 4 years. And guess what? Today's decision on Man City showed. If Wenger and Gazidis learned anything from this, is that you lot were being pulled the wool over your eyes for the last 10 years. The entire time. Financial fair play was total garbage.
I like the concept, but it can't be run by UEFA. I said in the group, it needs to be run independently.
It didn't exist. The truth of the matter is, the concept didn't exist. In our opinion, it was, let's help clubs not go under. Yeah, brilliant scheme, fantastic. Whatever you make, you spend.
It may have done that, to be fair. In some cases, it probably has.
Bruv, really?
Really? No, the debt in football's crippling. I know like Barry is.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure like we've stopped a couple of like Portsmouth situations from happening over the years.
But what do they do? But you say they stopped Portsmouth, but in that time, we've had owners come and buy clubs. You know what I'm saying? And in the same vein, we've got a Bury United who's gone. We've got a Wigan Athletic in admin. We've had Leeds in admin. We've had Portsmouth in admin. I mean, the list goes on. So it was absolute horse manure, FFP. It was HM, horse manure.
Bro, because let's deep it. PSG loaned Mbappe to Bab the next year just to get around FFP. Like,
balance the books.
Come on.
No,
keeping the whole Arta Pjanic deal. That's a scheme. That's a reeks of FFP.
In COVID-19. In COVID. And deals of that magnitude are getting traded. My friends, the day you thought Man City were going to be and the thing is as well, doesn't it smell of something else? Whereby in COVID-19, imagine now a COVID infected Champions League with no Manchester City. So what? I'm not having Kevin De Bruyne in the Champions League next year. I'm not having Pep Guardiola in there. I'm not having Aguero that year.
Come on,
Jesus.
I don't know.
Honestly,
UEFA needed City this year.
Honestly, football is so corrupt. It drives me insane. What is going on? What am I a part of? What is this?
I just don't like a team that boos the anthem. I think if you're not going to respect the competition, don't be in it. That's just my opinion.
Well,
yeah,
mate, mate, watch the animosity next season. Holy smokes! How do you think UEFA delegates will face Man City officials when they meet next year, or even in the next weeks? In August.
You know when you
booing, mate, I'll be booing. I'll be booing from my living room. I'm going to be booing with them. I'm going to boo every anthem I hear. Every game that I've watched that will be on the Champions League or Europa, I'm booing the anthem.
I think UEFA Lona will come into play against them.
They'll try, but bruv, if Cass has spoken, bruv, that is the end, man. That is the end.
No,
Lord.
if I'm UEFA and I've lost like this, I'm like, all right, you can play, but I'm going to give you the biggest handicap. If City don't win it now, they're not winning it.
No. Steady. City will win the Champions League in the next 2 to 3 years, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow, as long as Pep is the manager as well, and as long as the money is coming in the way it's coming in, like Mandem, deep it. No David Silva, next season. They are going to replace those centre halves because they've got to, right? Yeah, they've got to replace. They've got to get something in midfield. They've got to have someone to accompany De Bruyne. I mean, De Bruyne looks lonely in there, right? And even David Silva's now coming in, making his cameos, and they're slapping up teams. Do you get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, boom. I'm here for City to win the Champions League. I want to see them run the thing, bro. Rinse the whole thing.
Peter, boss that Ender's not here for your talk. He said, stop hating on City. They are better than all of our clubs. There's no evidence, so they're innocent.
How do you know that's to me? How do you know that's to me?
Because you keep saying they're corrupt.
Mad things.
No, I said football's corrupt. Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you bring that up now?
Bruv, okay, I'm so confused. Are you not seeing what's just happened? UEFA claim that they inflated situations since 2014, right? Sent emails to Cass, and Cass turned around and said there's no evidence. Someone's lying.
Yeah,
someone's lying. That's what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
Yeah, financial fair play. My left kneecap because PSG dodged it, and now what's his name? Sorry, Adrian just talked about Real Madrid selling land outside their stadium in order to comply with financial fair play. Bruv, I don't want to hear none. Because Real Madrid have bought the place back. Do you know who Real Madrid sold that land to, by the way, Adrian?
What, the government? I don't know.
They sold it back to the government, exactly. To the president of friggin' Madrid. And then they just said, oh, don't worry, we'll loan it back to you now. What?
Come on.
They will never, ever ban clubs of that nature. Never. I'm not hating on City.
Maybe.
Sorry?
Like a Shakhtar Donetsk or
yeah.
I think from Bulgaria, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, mate, if you are not worthy, and you haven't got one star player, AC Milan, you see how they did AC Milan dirty in the Europa League last year? Mm-hmm. If you have not got if there's no assets, we don't want to hear it.
AC Milan has been, when you look at some of the expenditure, the managerial appointments,
Fugazi.
This son lose Adriano for that 30 million at the age of 30.
Bro.
Unbelievable. Carlos Becker.
Some of the strikers they've had in that, the guys you're naming right there, since like 2010.
Everyone has played for them.
Oh my lord! Yeah, players.
Listen, the San Siro is place to be. If I'm going to Italy,
no, but bruv, bruv, AC Milan was one of those clubs where it was the holy grail. If you're at that club, you're about that life. You're about that life. Whereas I'm now seeing.
Inter. I can't lie.
No, bro, no, man, it's not the holy grail no more, blood. It's not the holy grail no more.
No, I'm saying,
brother, Begovic plays for AC Milan. Begovic,
I'm saying those teams back in the day. Do you not remember the 2004 Champions League semi-final between those two and Flames were on the pitch? They had to cancel the match.
That was crazy. That was one of the best.
That was mad. That was mad. And they banned Inter Milan fans the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Mad stuff. Right. But what does this mean, ladies and gentlemen? What does this mean? It means 5th place is no longer a Champions League place. And guess who's currently in 5th place, ladies and gentlemen? Well, Man United are winning, right? So therefore, Leicester City, who got slapped about blood by Bournemouth. Man, did you see Leicester City Bournemouth?
Bruv. This is why I asked the question in the group chat. Is Brendan Rodgers in the Hall of Fame? I need because there's a case building.
Listen,
there's a case building. I'm not slapping it down, but there's a case building.
No.
Hey, Robin, you know my agenda's on Brendan. You know my agenda's on David Brent. However, I can't throw him in the Hall of Fame. I can't. He's because he's done it. There's no evidence. There's no evidence. So now he's still at a European. Leicester are playing European football next season. Well done to Brendan Rodgers. I will give him his props. He's done tremendously well to get that side where they are. Right? They should be in Champions League football, and it's disappointing that they won't be because They
I
are.
mean, we don't know that. We don't know that yet.
Look at their record in the last 20 games.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, but
Come on.
we don't know.
Generally been relegation form. Is it like
Yeah,
28?
No, but what
the drop points to 28 out of 45.
What I'm saying is there's other like we can't write them off just yet. It's not done. It's by no means done. There's still 3 games to go. So they could find themselves in the top 4.
It's just that it's not in their hands. The thing is, Manchester United versus Leicester is the last game of the season, right? So that is huge.
So that's it. So it essentially is in their hands if they win the next 3 games.
Because their next 3 games. My gosh, they've got Sheffield, then they got Tottenham, then they got United.
Yeah. Do you know what? They'll beat Tottenham. Don't worry about that.
All still in their hands. All still in their hands. They win those 3 games, they're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Is that the case then? If they win all those 3 games, they're in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Even if Man United win tonight.
And but I don't even think United is the bit where they would be like, yeah, sure. You got to remember, Chelsea are in this fight too, and we have Liverpool and Wolves as 2 of our 3 games. So it's not over. Yeah, it's not over by any stretch. We've got
Chelsea Football Club, man. Then.
But before we go to Chelsea,
we need to
park.
Hey, fam! Soyuncu should be arrested by the South Coast Police, wherever the.
I think he's playing.
No. He has to be arrested. What I saw in the goal net was assault. That was assault.
No, but in fairness to him, you've literally just conceded a silly goal. Like you've gone to pick up the ball, and then Callum Wilson's literally pushed into the net. Like your first reaction is going to be to kick off this off, man. You know what I mean?
Bro, assault.
Real deal.
He should be nicked.
Real deal said, "Oh, I'm not missing this."
My friend, stay tuned. He should be arrested, nicked, behind bars for 1 night. He should be in a cell.
Caution.
He should be in a just 1 night. Just 1 night. You know what I'm saying? He's got enough money, he could pay it out. But what's it called?
I think there has to be a punishment for that Russian leg sweep that we saw because it was sweet. Like he just took him in one go, bang.
Fam, he took it back home, lad. I was like, no, bro, you're in Bournemouth.
Big up Dominic Solanke.
My days.
You're right. Finally.
And the thing is, Oscar was like dissing, We were dissing before the game because it said 38 Premier League games, no goals. I'm sitting there like, yo, Don, how have you played 38 times in the league and not scored as a centre forward? I mean, what's his name? What's the friggin' striker called? The friggin' Brazilian, the number 9. No, the Villa one. Villa. Wesley's got a goal. Joe Linton's got a goal. Almiron's got a goal.
But Pete, right now, if you have a record or you have a goal drought or you have anything going on in your life, right now is the time to break it. Strongholds are coming down. Yeah, Solanke scored a goal. McGoldridge scored his first Premier League goal, and he scored 2. Same with Solanke. Like these things are not available to everyone, and then they just come along, and you're like, "Rah!" Now all of a sudden I can score goals. This quarantine football season, we've seen mad things happen, and I think it's going to continue.
No, but on a serious note, I know Bournemouth had something to fight for, but what happened? What is happening with Leicester City? What cancer is growing that they're out of the Champions League places?
And they've lost Sayoko as well for the rest of the season.
Yeah, was it for the rest of the season?
Yeah, man.
It was violent conduct.
Straight up. Where's Morgan? Like 38-year-old Wes Morgan. That's not his
Is he dusting off the boot?
I'm literally just hoping that Sheffield United can pack these lot in, and then it's plain sailing from there.
Yeah, they're in a precarious position. Really, really, truly. If they lose any of the remaining 3 games, finito, finished. From being 14 points clear to a point where it's not precarious, it's sad, really. And so, what do you think it is? Is it just injuries? Like I don't.
Brendan Rodgers.
I think it's injuries first of all, but I think no, and I say this because the teams behind them started winning games, started catching up. The pressure got to them.
Fam, Chelsea gave them all the opportunities.
Brendan, let's not beat around the bush. Brendan Rodgers is the reason for this downfall.
Do you know what?
It's too much consistency
Do you know what,
for
Robin?
me to just say it's injuries or it's whatever else.
You know what, Robin? Like, as much as I want to back Brendan, I have to agree with Peter here, because what injuries did they really get that's affected them to this level? Like Pereira, that's it.
I said,
Maddison.
The case is building, guys.
Yeah, but Madison's only been injured for the past 2 games. Madison was playing when they were on this terrible run before.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but the thing is, I feel like with Leicester, because their squad is so small, yeah, you say like there's one injury, but what happens is that if an Ndidi goes down, one of the best sort of DMs in the league, what that means is that Madison then has to drop deeper. So if Madison then drops deeper, all of a sudden Vardy's supply is cut and then Vardy suffers, and if Vardy's not scoring, nobody's scoring for Leicester. So I feel like with Leicester, because the squad is so small, there's not necessarily that much depth. Just one innocuous thing, like, oh, whoa, it's only Ndidi, he's only out. It's created 3 other problems. Similarly, Herrera.
This sounds familiar, though. This sounds familiar, Adrian. You're mentioning a manager who was managing a club just like this, whereby one of the star strikers is out, and if he's out, we don't score. And meanwhile, at the back, okay, the defense at Leicester is not that bad. Let's not over exaggerate it. Yeah. However, when the slide starts, and I've always been saying this, when the slide starts, Mandem, he can't arrest it. He can't arrest it.
That's funny.
No, he can't. He can't. He hasn't.
We have a comment. I heard someone say no coincidence that both Liverpool and Leicester collapsed. Who is the manager?
Yeah. It's a good point.
Mandem, you know my agenda with David Brent. You already know. You ain't got to convince me. I'm trying to convince y'all.
I tried to back him to the hill. I tried to fight for them. I tried to fight for Brenda's right. I did.
The thing is, I was saying that, you know what, they won't qualify for the Champions League because it's Brendan, right? I said, and that was what it is. And then like you said, they were 40 points clear.
It was so wild. I did not expect it to happen. Blood.
Listen, judge the comments, as they would say. Judge me in May. Do you know what it was?
Surely not. No, it's unbelievable. It's unfathomable.
It's not, because I saw a manager do this before. That's why it's not. That's why it's not. And once upon a time, they were ahead of City at one point. Man City at one point.
In December, they were battling with City like topsy-turvy, and then it was that annihilation. They started at the King Power at the hands of Liverpool.
Again, I'll say, everybody that's locked in, leave a comment. We'll respond to your comment live.
Big up.
I do want to say, though, this Leicester game, first half, Leicester were in cruise control to the point where James Maddison even tweeted from his hospital bed or wherever he is. He tweeted out, "Oh, great first half, lads. Vardy's looking sharp. Same again, second half." And they go out and concede 4 goals and get a man sent off. Do you know how mad that is?
Listen, to concede 4 goals to Bournemouth, you have to have an intervention. The next day has to be an intervention, and I mean that genuinely.
Yeah, no, a real intervention.
Because Bournemouth, I mean, if other teams like Arsenal and Tottenham are a shower, Bournemouth, I'm losing. I'm struggling for words because oh hell no! Oh hell no! Listen, the bottom 3 are gone. That's the bottom 3 right there. You know what I'm saying? Because Watford and what's it called? Watford's dry, huh?
Hey, don't
West Ham. They're only 3 points behind Watford.
West Ham and Watford are safe because they're safe. Let's not do this. Aston Villa
7 out of 9. I think Bournemouth would need 7 points out of 9.
What's Bournemouth's remaining games? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see them. I don't see them surviving.
Oh, they got City next.
Say again. Who
next?
Bournemouth.
5.
And then they got Southampton and Everton.
That goal difference they made up against Leicester was just so they can make the deficit against Man City. That's all that was. That's all that was.
I can't lie.
You see Raheem Sterling, triple captain. If you're smart, you triple captain. What? Man City have scored like 100 goals against Bournemouth since they've been in the Premier League.
Sterling scored hat tricks, last minute
winners. Exactly. 4s, 5s, 6s. They have given Bournemouth the business. When they cane a team, 9 times out of 10 it's Bournemouth.
But yeah,
9 times out of 10 is Bournemouth.
We have. I know we're on the relegation talk right now, but we had a couple comments just before about Brendan and Leicester. I think Brendan is a good coach. He just needs to try and make it to the next level, but it's looking bad. I mean, he's an SPL winner. Does that count for anything?
Celtic was his level. Celtic was his level.
Come on, bro.
No. What I mean is, it's like he's winning silverware. He's playing Champions League football, but at Leicester, it doesn't. You don't just cross over like that. Like Leicester playing Champions League football is a tough ask. He won't get them there on a consistent basis.
Also, Celtic have monopolized that league disgustingly.
Yeah, sure.
And once Rangers went out of it,
it's because Rangers were cheating. I mean, at the end of the day, like, what would you want? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because football's corrupt, right, Pierre?
100%.
Yeah.
Money
Real Deal also said, I sat watching that game in disbelief how it went 360. It was so mad.
It's true. You didn't see it coming. Like you said, Oscar, in the first half. Like, you did not see that happening.
I was cursing Bournemouth.
What it was is Bournemouth, like I think in every Premier League game, there's going to be a spell where a team gets the ball a little bit and creates a chance here or there. We've just seen Southampton have that spell against United or whatever. But that 10-minute spell, they conceded a goal, they conceded another goal, and they got a man sent off. So that 10 minutes turned into 45 minutes real quick. So yeah, Leicester just lost control of the game, man.
And you know my thoughts on Kasper Schmeichel, overrated goalkeeper, making stupid mistakes. He cost them 2 or if not 3 of those goals.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? It's just like he has that moment where he just lapses concentration and he just becomes an average goalkeeper. Men are going on like he's Nang. He's not Nang.
I think he's good, but I think it's those mistakes that stop him from being great. But yeah, I still think that's what
I don't. Yeah, you can't say that he's not great. Not great, but he's a decent
definitely
keeper.
not great. He's definitely not great.
He's a decent keeper.
He should be great. I didn't say he makes mistakes.
He had a mare. That's what
but
it is.
He's Premier League champion, so you know them ones. He can talk with his medals.
Him and his dad, can have.
Yeah, facts. Okay, so Chelsea. This is another thing this is going to affect. The Man City deal is affecting is Chelsea. Chelsea, what on earth was that at Bramall Lane?
How was Sheffield?
Tell us.
Oscar, tell us.
That was Chelsea's worst performance of the season by a country mile. We were so bad going forward and defending and in the midfield. Like every single section of that game was terrible. Not a single Chelsea player had a good game. Not a single Chelsea player could walk away with their head held high and say, yeah, I did my thing, other than a couple of the substitutes that only played for a couple of minutes. I think Lampard completely got it wrong. And me and Peter had a bit of a back and forth about that after the game. But I just feel like the tactics that he implemented, they didn't serve in any way to try and break down Sheffield United. In the first half, we created nothing, 0 chances, 0. I don't know about the actual stats, but from my memory, 0 shots at goal, attempts at goal, or anything like that. Nothing was on target. So that should tell you instantly that going forward, we were doing something wrong. Defensively, do we need to get onto the defense, Chelsea?
No.
Do I need to?
Do you want some stats?
Oh, go on.
Sheffield United's possession was 23.7%.
What does that
according
tell
to
you?
the Premier League app.
What does that tell you?
Who is that? Who is that, blood?
Who is that?
Someone.
Hey, them demons, blood. They need to get binded, fam.
What
a guy with that,
Hey, what,
blood.
David? Are you recording it? Is that why?
Oh, damn. What happened there? I've just had the mayor, fam.
Oh, you've had a Western.
Do you know?
It's
had a Western.
Fam.
Stressing the
You know what?
Okay.
Right? You're not the only person who's had the mayor this weekend. So
It's fine. You know what they say? They say that 3 is the magic number. So does your sponsor.
I'll tell you what, that shirt sponsor is not doing you any favors, is it? Because in all your games,
It's always been free.
whether it's you scoring 3, West Ham have got 3, Sheffield got 3. You know, fair enough. Palace, you scored 3 against Palace, fair enough, and Watford. But bruv, can you take any more? 3 to go.
Almost scored 3.
yeah, and you can. Tomorrow we've got Norwich City, and you could probably make a safe bet that 3 goals will be scored there. As well.
Easy, to Chelsea, yes. Blood,
Yeah,
Norwich. Yeah,
No,
Norwich.
I meant for Chelsea. I'm not saying that we're going to lose that. I'm not that cynical.
bro. If you drop points to Norwich City, yeah, a relegated Norwich City.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
There's nothing to say.
There. There's nothing
to
there.
say. You know what I'm saying?
There.
Chelsea.
I have a lot more to say, but we've got a comment from Boss Like Endo, so we'll get to that. And then Chelsea are dead, bruv. Some overhyped team. They ain't all that. Oscar still rates Oscar rates Christensen still. They're only in the top 4 because everyone's dead. In any other season, they'd be 6th with that points tally. Yes and no. We're in the top 4 based on our own merit. We've collected points, so I don't think that's a.
Do you know what angers me? Do you know what angers me?
Go on.
If the Chelsea's, if Man United's, Tottenham's, Arsenal's, right, were competent, all I need is competence. If they were competent this season, Chelsea would be 7th.
Yeah.
This Chelsea side would be 7th.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Friggin' Boss Like's correct. Like, them man there are dead, but they are, they're better than the shower that's below them. It's as simple as that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I mean, the West Ham defeat, Sheffield United defeat. What's the other defeat you had this season where you were losing it? There was one defeat you had. Did you lose to Bournemouth?
Yeah, we lost all them games, bro. We lost Bournemouth at home, Southampton at home. I think we lost West Ham at home.
But Bournemouth has always been their higgy.
Wait.
Yeah,
West Ham did the double.
West Ham did the double.
Yeah.
David Martin made his debut at the Bridge.
Guys, we've lost.
What is that?
Guys, we've lost 12 games.
Oh my days, blood!
Have I got that wrong? It might be 11 or whatever.
Let me check.
You can check that. But yeah, no, we've lost a ridiculous amount of football games.
Oscar.
And,
oh my no.
Yeah?
You lost 11, but your goal difference is 14. How are you third and you have a 14 goal difference?
Well, we're not going to be third for much longer anyway. But
no, you're not.
The thing with Chelsea is that Southampton are playing some naughty football. They look like they're moving dangerous. We should not be in this position. And I think Lampard on Saturday underestimated Sheffield United. The reason that I say that is because look at all the big teams that have gone to Sheffield United and had a tough game. United had a tough game there. Arsenal lost there. Liverpool had arguably the toughest test of the season there when they won 1-0. So to go there and think that they were going to be an easy win was just silly. They were, like, credit to Chris Wilder, they're one of the most organized teams in the league. Every single player knows their job. Every single guy knows what they're doing. And they played their game plan to perfection. They completely nullified anything Chelsea were doing. And throughout the midfield, when you got a midfield of Jorginho, Barkley, and Mount, it left a lot to be desired, man. It left a lot to be desired. So we missed Kante badly.
Jorginho, awful game. An absolute stinker. And it kind of goes to show why he's been dropped since the restart. I think there's just not enough solidity there. And poor Frank is just probably having to put like a plaster and just hope the game 90 minutes is over, kind of thing. In some games,
I mean, it depends on the game.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's a game where Chelsea are dominating possession, Bob's your uncle. Whereas if you're playing against a high energy side, they're gonna run, they're gonna fight, they're gonna harry you. These physical deficiencies come to light.
Do you know what I put? Do you know what I put a lot of this down to? From all the way, we're going back to Conte days, to Sarri, to Lampard now. One of the biggest things that Chelsea did that was a season-defining moment or a big moment in our trajectory was we got rid of Nemanja Matic, shipped him off to Manchester United, and we tried to replace him with Bakayoko. Now we all saw what Bakayoko became, and it's a hard one because it's not like we got rid of Matic and didn't replace him. We replaced him with Bakayoko, and then we were left wanting. Since then, we haven't had a solid DM in midfield that can allow us to look solid in midfield. Sarri came in and put Jorginho there, and now it's like we're supposed to play, and Kante and them man are supposed to play with the ball and look nice, but they're not that creative going forward. Especially when we play with Barkley and Mount, who just can't dribble with the ball in the middle of the pitch and can't unlock doors. So they consistently feed the ball out wide to Willian, which is why I got so much respect for Willian this season. I know everyone wants to cuss him and whatnot. He had a bad game on the weekend, but before that, he's been one of our best players. And it just seems like unless we have like that midfield three that we played, it's not good for anything. It's not good for keeping the ball. It's not good for attacking, and it's definitely not good for defending. So, yeah.
Oscar, how worried are you about not making top 4?
I'm
Now fifth place doesn't count.
The only reason I'm not worried is because I genuinely feel like Leicester are going to drop points. That's the only reason I'm like not as worried.
So you think it'll be a Chelsea United top 4 finish?
I think I said this when we started the restart. I said it's going to be United third, Chelsea fourth, Leicester fifth. And so far, my prediction seems to be panning out right. It just depends on what happens in the next few games. Like I said, we've got Liverpool and we have Wolves. These 2 games, crucial.
Wow.
I just want to address what Boss Light Endo said. Oh, Oscar, do you still rate Christensen? Christensen has really, really put me in it, yeah? Because the Crystal Palace game and this game, he's made 2 cataclysmic errors that I just can't defend. How can I stick my neck out? How can I stick my neck out and say you're our best centre back and you do that? Like, bro, two goals that he's just completely at fault for. But I'm consistently throwing back to Frank Lampard and saying, you've known from what, September, August? How far do I have to give you that this team, organizational defending, is trash? So I do feel like there has to be some onus in them sorting that out from wide areas when the ball's coming in. Why are you consistently the worst team at defending corners? Why?
And the thing is, like the Chelsea I grew up watching was watertight. I mean, my God, Carvalho and Terry, yeah. Like before that, I was introduced to Leboeuf and Desailly. I mean, like we're talking about watertight defending.
Even in eras where we haven't had the best defenders, you've always had an Essien in front of them. You've had a Matic. You've had a solid midfield that is not seeping possession and attacks like water. Teams run through our midfield, bro, and it's been that way for a long time. Some other questions we got here from Real Deal, who says, can you see that? Oh, yeah, Chelsea are not serious enough, but honestly, they've had so many chances to still third. Can't take that away from them. We've been poor, bruv. Look at the games I've mentioned that we've lost this season. They're ridiculous. It's not like we're losing to top 6 teams, bruv. We're losing to relegation fodder and mid-table teams, bruv. It's howler. It's a howler. Chelsea have lost 11 games this season, only 1 less than the season they finished 10th. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of that has to be laid out.
Do you remember that season? Do you remember how bad Chelsea looked that year as well?
Oh, I tuned out when Mourinho got sacked, so I didn't really.
And then like Hiddink came to survive.
I didn't really like football that year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really enjoy it. Still, we were losing at home to Southampton and that.
You didn't enjoy Leicester in the league? Come on.
Nah. Oh yeah. I like Leicester in that, but bruv, when it comes to Chelsea, there's so much work to be done, and I just hope we have enough to get over the line so that the summer can be fruitful. Because honestly, if we don't, Frank Lampard, he's going to be out the door, and not because I want him to be, but because the club will want him to be. The thing I feel with Frank Lampard, mark my words when I say this, I feel like in the next 10, 15 years, he's going to be a top manager just because of his brain, the way he adapts to the game, how smart he is. But he's in a position where at the end of the game, he says, "Oh, I learned so much today. I learned a lot." And it's like
novice.
Novice. I mean, he was talking about the players. He was saying, "I've learned a lot about these players." But you know, at this stage, and
that's fair. And to be fair, do you know what it is? You get to learn somebody over a course of like a year. Yeah, and you genuinely know whether something was a mistake, whether there's an error in his play or in his ways. Like you genuinely start learning people in that sense. Oh, was it just a back pass that was misplaced, or is this guy stupid? Like you do learn that over time. You can't tell it in a short space.
Yeah, but facts. I think we need an enforcer in midfield. And I know it sounds weird because we got Kante, but we
I get you.
We need someone else there to stop the bleeding, and of course, the centre back issue is a howler. So yeah, any more? So Tammy Abraham. Oh my God!
Tammy Abraham.
I'm in two minds about the Tammy, because on the one hand, it was a poor performance where he offered virtually nothing. The ball didn't stick. He wasn't physical enough with the 3 Sheffield United defenders. But then I look at Tammy Abraham's season, and I feel like he's not physical enough. He's gonna struggle against 3 defenders. He's not gonna make it stick. Do you know who will make it stick? Do you know who will be physical? Do you know who will be able to lead the game play? Olivier Giroud. So do you think that was a faux pas on Lampard's part? Like
Yeah.
he got the selection wrong in absent because
Yeah.
not for nothing, but I'm not surprised he didn't.
And now Timo has arrived, so as well. So it's going to be hard for him to get back in if it carries on like this.
Timo.
If we can make top 4 this season, the future's bright at Chelsea.
It's definitely salvaged by a long stretch. Yeah. But yeah, man. Okay, Liverpool, blood. No one's having a good weekend on the Top 4 podcast except for Robin at the moment. But
At
Liverpool
this present
won.
time.
Liverpool won. Burnley won. Adrian, are you not just trying to line it up for Arsenal on Wednesday so you can just lay the smack down, or what's the tactic here? I'm trying to understand.
This is it. If I'm being perfectly honest, we played well in the first half. It was it was quite fluid. We were creating chances, and I think Nick Pope made about 2 or 3 top dollar saves. And
Number one, England's number one. It's not even a debate or a question. He's England's number one. And it should be.
I mean, the debate would be Henderson, isn't it? But it's definitely not Pickford.
Nah, Pope over Hendo just now.
Pope over Hendo, to be fair, yeah.
Fair.
For now.
Oh, I don't know, but
Easy, Robin. It's steady.
no. This is not biased. It's not biased.
No, we've been getting consistent Pope with like 10, 12, 15.
That's what I said. I don't know.
He's had 12 clean sheets a season, Nick Pope.
Yeah,
Even when he's injured. My man's still ranking. He's still ranking top. Nah, blood. Nick Pope in goal, blood. No long term.
I think we all agree.
Hendo should go. Hendo should go. I agree. Hendo should be number 2. No problem. Pickford should be nowhere near it.
He needs to go.
Get him
but
up.
The annoying thing is that he will be picked.
Oh, that's Southgate in a nutshell.
Because I don't know what it is. For England, he is different, and it's annoying. Because if you look at his record for England, he has had minimal mares. Whereas when we see him in Everton,
he looks good because his back four, just like at Sunderland.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're not 6'3", then you shouldn't be in my goal.
6'5".
If you're not 6'3" at the minimum, you shouldn't be in my goal. And for that reason, Pickford.
The thing is, it's only because you've been suffering in the last 2 years.
Leave Ospina alone.
Hey, bro, he's talking about Kepa, blood.
I'm talking about Kepa.
Chocolate wrists. I call him chocolate wrists.
Every goal is a worldie when you have Kepa in goal. Flip it, heck.
You know the irony?
After 62 minutes, Pogba's been taken off for Fred. I think Ollie's not happy.
Yeah,
he's had a poor game.
He's had a very bad game.
I've seen him do a few things though. Like he's been okay. He's not at his best game. It's not Pogba. It's not the Pogba that we know. But
he's been poor. Anyway,
yes, Adrian. Are you what? Are you not just trying to get the legs warm for Arsenal? Was that what the game plan was?
No, I think if I'm being honest, I think we had a couple chances to maybe put the game to bed. As I said, I think Nick Pope made a few wonder saves, and then the commentator said something that haunted me really at the time. And he said, the question of the commentator was just like, just how important are those saves going to be? Has Nick Pope potentially won for Burnley a point here? I thought that the fifth was like, oh, it's only 1-0. And then when we got into the second half, Burnley were much better. And I think Sean Dash is the type of manager who'll just say,
keep it tight.
You know what I mean? Keep it tight. Literally, all we need is a set piece. And Burnley, I don't know if they specifically target Liverpool. And I don't know regularly watch how Bournemouth connect their set pieces, but they're very, very physical. There were times where they were just in Alisson's face, and then lo and behold, the equalizer comes from a set piece anyway. Top finish from Rodriguez. But I think I don't think it was as bad as what fans were making in the TL. Obviously, it's disappointing that we couldn't maintain our winning run at Anfield. I think it's 20 odd games in a row we've won at home. But in the positive sense again, I think Curtis Jones is ready, man. I think he looks good in the midfield. There's still bits of inexperience in his game. There's still fast. He's a bit too adventurous, too gung-ho. That's fine. That's what we want to see. Do
you know what? Now that you're saying that about Jones, I'm gonna put a microscope on him. He might not play against Arsenal because it's a tough. Is it even big? I don't know. But it's a game that I don't think he'll be ready for. But I'm gonna watch him next because I think noise has been made about him, and I've seen him in drips and drabs. But I actually want to pay attention because if you're saying you think he's ready, then I want to pay attention and have a look at this kid.
No, by ready. I was just going to say, by ready, I don't necessarily mean he's going to come and stake his claim to be a starter.
No, yeah, but like in the Billy Gilmore or the Joe Willock sense. That's kind of what you mean.
Or in the Liverpool specific case, in the Adam Lallana sense, wherein
right.
You could do a job every now and again. I think he's at that level at the moment. At 19, which is promising.
Are you worried? Oh, go on.
Sorry, we have a comment from Real Deal. I just wanted to go to our Manchester correspondent quickly. How's the second half going over there? Is it?
It's cagey. Cagey. I'm just looking at them, just like, come on, guys.
Kamara impression.
I tell you what, it's definitely not comfortable for Man United. That's for sure. But you forget that Southampton are a good side, isn't it? That they actually play okay. They need better personnel. Let's make no mistake. But yeah,
on the bright side, congratulations to Wickham. They're now in the Championship. They have won the playoffs.
Have they?
Yeah,
Wickham Wanderers. Wow.
Back onto Liverpool. Boss Endo has a comment saying, "We are fully taking our foot off the pedal. That's the 100 points record gone, and we'll lose to either Arsenal or Chelsea." In his opinion,
I don't think the 100 points record is gone.
You can get 101, I believe.
You can get 102.
Yeah. 102.
You can get 102. I think they'll still break it, in my opinion. But Adrian, I was going to ask you: do you think? Are you concerned by any stretch about what's his name? Jurgen Klopp's post-match interview, like not interviews, but he's getting rattled after the fact he's won the league, right? Now you had the situation with the Man City game where and he came back out and he said, I was just emotional and rare. But then he did it again against Burnley, and then you've also got that tool. By the way, I don't like him, Andy Robinson. Yeah, not Klopp. Klopp is a legend, but Andy Robinson. Andy Robinson is a waste man, bro. That's what I'm saying. And he's done it there was a few occasions. The Atletico Madrid one.
I could like seven.
The Atletico Madrid one left a little bit of a dirty taste in my mouth. But what I saw him. Do you remember when they lost out there? He goes, "I don't watch that. I see them celebrating. All right, cool. Watch when you come to Anfield. It won't be like that. Yeah, these times they knocked you out. You can see the 3 goals. You know the ones there.
You know what you meant.
Nah, he was salty, bruv. Him and Van Dijk
he was salty.
Salty. It's like, bro, the tie wasn't even over and you're already crying. Like, bro, just relax. And then there was the other time, I can't remember who it was against, but he ran off the pitch with someone. I think it was Kyle Walker, and he just pushed him into the crowd. And it was like, right, there was no need for that. It could have been a dangerous.
It's a running thing I've seen with Liverpool. It even goes with Klopp. When they lose, them men are salty.
Yeah, Klopp's worrying me. Klopp's worrying me. But I don't know about you, Adrian. Do you feel like? Are you worried? Are you concerned? I guess that's the question.
Concerned in what sense?
In just in the sense of like, what is Klopp really getting at here? Should he not be just like, okay, look, you don't have to keep biting at the referee. We like seeing the fact that he still cares after the fact he's won, but it's a bit like, okay, this can turn. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's it? What Martial and Rashford? the one to Rashford's missed a goal from like 3-4 yards. Yeah, he's missed a sitter from like 3 yards. To be fair, the goalkeeper was there.
I was like 3-1.
The goalkeeper stood. I know he should finish it. I'm sorry, I've just seen the replay. Oh god, it looks bad. Martial's looking at him like, really, bruh. But yeah, no, Jurgen Klopp just doesn't. He's not happy, and I don't know why, or he's not satisfied.
I think with Jurgen Klopp, he is a better loser. There I can think of countless times where Liverpool have won the 3 points, and he comes out with bizarre things. The thing that's sort of springing to mind is when we knew our way at Everton, and we started blaming the wind. He was talking about the away elements, the case in point you make up in Atletico Madrid game again. When and the point I made at the time, I make it again. When Messi wins games for his team, we marvel and what's lyrical. So why can't Jan Oblak do the same? And he said that Atletico Madrid, they came and they didn't come to play football. yeah, they scored four goals in the tie. And part of me likes to see it because ultimately
Who cares?
he cares, and he doesn't like losing because
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp strikes me as the kind of guy that he'll lose a game. He's like, you know what? There's more important things in life. Crack open a couple of beers. Life's good. I don't need. It doesn't need to consume me, kind of thing. So, but I think what Jurgen Klopp is specifically getting at is just that whole idea of. I think he doesn't necessarily think that Liverpool get the respect that they deserve, and I don't necessarily. And some of the questions because just using the Man City thing. It's like his team just won the league, and I can't remember the question. But I remember thinking like, this is a dumb question. You've already asked that, and I think similarly, he maybe feels that he's getting attacks that aren't quite warranted, and all he wants is for people to just appreciate his good side.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah,
Real deal said, David, are you okay?
David signed
about the derby,
bro. David signed out, cuz. Right.
David,
Is there anything else to talk about on this week's Top 4 podcast? Have you guys got anything?
Good win for Villa.
I mean, they're gone.
Villa, bro.
They're gone.
Good win for Wolves.
Yes. Oh God, very good win. Very impressive win for Wolves.
Was it very impressive?
Can we officially have the sayonara service now for Norwich? Because it's now official as of this podcast.
Oh yeah, the
Norwich
Canaries
relegated.
They can tweet their way back down to the frigging championship. They were a disgrace. This notion.
Disgusting, man.
They were the best team that have been really garbage. Did you see their defending?
Guys,
Did
you have
see
to
their defending?
guys.
Come on,
what you're forgetting here, you have to remember the quality of certain teams that have finished number 20 in the Premier League. Remember the Derby counties of 2007.
Yeah. Why is that such an easy? That's cheap journalism.
Easy. Nah, bro. Think about the teams that finished 20 in the Premier League.
Already discussing 20th.
There's some real shockers. I think Norwich would be
discussing 20th, bro.
Bro.
I think Norwich have 4 or 5 decent Premier League.
They deserve to be where they are, man. Can we move on?
They are dead. By the way, they got 21 points, Oscar. Like, you want to talk about dead relegation sides, yeah? Guys that have gone down, they've maybe finished on like at least with integrity 35, but they've missed out, yeah? 30, maybe 30, 28, 29.
Yeah, but
21.
I'm talking about rock bottom.
Yeah, I'm talking about 20th. I'm talking about 20th place. 21?
Man, they ain't getting 35 points at 20th place. That's not happening.
I see them go down even with 42. So, them ones, it's like, at the end of the day, like, 21, man. They've been a shower.
And you man, I had a thought. I don't know how outlandish it is.
Probably is.
I feel Daniel Fark deserves a lot of the blame. And I feel like he's been too gung-ho and he's wanted to play this attractive. And the game it dawned on me was a Southampton game. Because what I saw there was horrendous. From the
restart? From the restart?
Yeah, he genuinely didn't play with a CDM. He put the CDM up front in the form of Dermot. And I sat down and thought to myself, you know what? Max Aarons, Jamal Lewis, Ben Godfrey. Those are not bad components to make up a defense. They're really not. And then I've seen them defend well. I've seen them defend well against Liverpool. There was a game that made it tough for us. I've seen them defend well over the course of the season. But it seems like his instruction isn't to defend. And I feel like his first thought is to, if we're going to lose, we're going to play good football anyway, as opposed to let's actually defend, let's actually keep clean sheets, let's actually amass points.
I agree.
I don't know what
there's been the thing with Farker, he made no changes. He did not adapt to the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like when it got to December, you realized, okay, this ain't working. Right? We need to flip this. But my man, from just like the game against Man City, he thought he could do that times 38. And it doesn't work like that. It don't work like that. They are a bad side at the end of the day, and I wholeheartedly give all the credit, the blame, let's say, to Daniel Farker.
I was going to say, is there any players for Norwich that we would take?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Yeah.
Cantwell's good. Buendia's good, and Aaron's is good. Who's the other one? There's another one there. Aaron's and it.
Godfrey's good.
I don't know about Godfrey. I can't remember Godfrey too well.
No, he's a decent and a half. I'll be honest.
Would you take Pookie?
Nah, wash.
He can. I don't know. Can he? I was gonna say let's say like a Bournemouth survive. Like not Bournemouth. What am I talking about? Let's say like a Villa survive. You can go to a Villa, no? Start a Villa.
The thing is, I think he will bang goals in the Championship, right? But I don't think he'll bang goals enough in the. What's his Premier League tally? I wonder what it is.
It's more than 11. I'm very, very shocked.
Timu's got 11. Spot on. 11 goals this season.
And he probably got 10 of those by December.
What's so funny is around him, right? De Bruyne at 11, right? Mahrez 10. I'm looking at players from midfield scoring goals, blood, at the same rate as Pookie.
Yeah, he had a hot streak, but yeah.
Even Greenwood's got 9. You know what's like flipping out.
I think that's enough Norwich now.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's going to replace Norwich? I wanted to go into the Championship because we're coming towards the end.
Leeds.
The Football League.
Brentford look good.
Yeah, I like Brentford.
Yeah, a couple good looking teams in there.
Yeah, there's quite a few because West Brom can actually lose it and go into the playoffs.
Yeah, but how has that happened? How has that happened that they could be losing it? Well, how many games to go? Is it 3?
I can't remember how many games are in the Championship.
I think they play 46. I think it's 46 because there's 24.
Yeah, 46 games. Yeah, 3 to go.
Go on, Brentford. Yeah, I don't mind Brentford. I'd like to see out of all of them, Leeds, Brentford, and I don't care who the other one is.
Come on, Fulham.
I like Notts Forest. Bun Fulham.
You know what?
That man can go away.
I tell you what, lads. I was watching Fulham Cardiff for Friday. Like, they were right, you know.
Blood.
Doing there, his team.
Right.
Guys, is this what we're discussing now?
Yes, bruv. We're going to be talking about what's it? Brentford slapping out Arsenal next season. So we've got to get used to it, David.
We talked about Brentford slapping out Arsenal this season. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I landed in that one, didn't I?
You put it on a plate for me, Peter.
I gave you an Urzul right there, boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what else are we talking?
Should we go into the segments?
Yeah, okay, cool.
Let's
Goal of the
go
week.
into our segments.
Goal of the week. You scored a good goal.
I
Lacazette.
Oh yeah.
Lacazette.
Yeah.
Boom, Shakalaka, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I don't think there's much you could argue with that. There are some other good goals, but
Son's finish was tidy. I'll give it. Solanke's second.
Solanke's second, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But Son's was good as well.
No, Song was a gift.
I mean,
from Arteta to him.
Since lockdown, since post-lockdown break, it's been good, you know.
All right, that's goal of the week. Alex Lacazette. Team of the week.
Team of the week would have to be Sheffield United for me.
Probably give it to Bournemouth.
Is it the Bourne?
As in, yeah, Bournemouth is a fair shot.
Is it the Bourne? Yeah.
No, but did you know why for me Sheffield United? Because I feel like it was a comprehensive, like a solid defense.
Yeah.
They attacked well, and I think it's just indicative of the brilliant work that Chris Wilder's done. Like literally, David McGoldrick, you know where he was this time 12 months ago?
Where was he?
He was released from Ipswich Town. They said he wasn't good enough to play for us in League One. He then went on trial for Sheffield United. Had a good season. I think he got like 15 in the league to the point where he's able to score a Premier League brace. And this is a player that hasn't scored all season, but I just persisted with him. I think Sheffield United had a good position.
Yeah, I the reason I mentioned Sheffield United is because I don't think Wilder could ask for much more from his players. They deliver.
No, you make a great case. Whereas Leicester was a freak show. It was just an absolute freak show. Whereas Sheffield United was completely intentional. You know, it was it
was the first. That's clutch. That 1-0.
Yeah.
I'm at 28 points. I'm going down. Dominic Delaney delivers the goods when I need him.
Fam, I can't lie to you, man. Yeah, as much as I was ripping Bournemouth in half last week, yeah, I would be so happy for Eddie Howe to somehow survive this relegation battle. Like that would fill me with joy. I'd be very happy.
Yeah, I'd be
but
happy
anyway.
if one of those teams survived. What are we saying before we move on? The United game, how's that looking?
It's still cagey.
Again, it's not said and done. Luke Shaw came off for Brandon Williams, so Ollie's not been happy with him there.
Injury.
Oh, was it an injury?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw him walk off slow, so I just thought, was he tired?
Yeah, so like I said, it's going back and forth.
Yeah, but I think United will do enough in the end. I think it will end 2-1. Player of the week,
Dominic Solanke.
the big Dom.
I can one up for you.
Go on.
Go for it.
A man scored 4 goals this week.
Alive?
Big up Mikel Antonio, blood.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I was
talking about here.
You know, earlier when I was saying, this is the week where anything can happen. I forgot to mention that. Like,
wow.
In it, man scored 4 goals in one game.
Does he score? He barely scores more than 4 in the season. You know? Probably what? 8 a season.
Honestly, blood. Like you know when you're proud to just see black people win. This was one of those where he's got 4. He's got 4. Yeah, it wasn't even close. It was a weak header, but Southampton had a header in the penalty area, but did nothing of it.
Yeah. Some of us are on a delay, Peter. Some of us are on a delay.
I see David reacting.
Yeah, I'm watching the Martial run right now.
Yeah,
I think that's what David
run I
reacted
just saw. Just like,
Martial?
Yeah. Martial had a run on goal still. We're delayed. We'll catch that header in a couple minutes.
Wait, what minute are you, man, on? Because I'm on 81, 29, 30, 31.
How did you miss Martial run then?
Huh?
How did you miss Martial then?
Nah, I mean, again, I've seen. The thing is, there's been I'm used to it. I guess I'm just used to what's going on at the moment.
I'm a minute behind, so
yeah, I'm a minute behind still. Yeah.
Yeah, player of the week goes to Mikel Antonio, 100%. David,
top player.
Who is not the guy this week? You better get this right.
Plenty of people have dodged bullets.
There's hella contenders.
Yeah. There's hella contenders.
Goalkeepers have had howlers this week.
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
First suspect, but your case is what?
Who?
Your first suspect, your case is what? What's the word?
You've been adjourned. Adjourned.
No further action.
Brighton,
yeah.
Who? Your think, fam. Brighton's goalkeeper, what is it? Ryan, bro.
Oh, Matt Ryan.
How you let my man go? Man.
Man. He had a man.
I mean, yeah.
By the way, honourable shout to Raheem Sterling for player of the week, but it goes to Mikel, but big up Raheem Sterling as well this weekend.
Yeah, real deal shout out.
He was gifted a hat trick. He was literally gifted it.
Bloody hell! How many goals does that put Sterling on for the season?
I think it's 26.
26.
Yeah,
that's incredible. For a guy that said he couldn't finish.
Hey,
you're interrupting man's flow, cuz.
Yeah,
apologies.
Allow it. Let David go.
Matt Ryan dodged the bullet.
He dodged the bullet. Yeah, I didn't see Pickford's one, so I don't know if he had. Do you have a howler? Everton. No one watched the game now. Alright,
no one there. Don't know.
Fam, who else? VAR again. Once again, VAR. Yeah.
Oh.
Need to self-isolate, bro. Yeah. Second goal was a goal, bro. It's not handball. Top of the shoulder. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god.
Need to pass, bro. Yeah. And from that same game, suspect number 3, bro. Yeah. Christian Benteke, bro. What the hell are you doing, bro?
After the
L.
After the game and you get sent off, bro. You moron.
It's not much of a loss for Palace anyway, but still.
Lad, you don't get sent off after the game, cuz. He's dumb.
What?
Moron. Who else? Kolasinac. You're another one. Suspect number 4. But you've dodged the bullet, bro.
I'm surprised.
What?
I am very surprised.
He survived.
He survived.
He survived.
Survived.
Oh man.
This is interesting.
Bad. Yeah. Man, this week, this gentleman, was born 23rd of May, 1996, blood. Yeah. He was born in Izmir, Turkey, bro. Yeah. But I'm not even going to these Turkish teams, their names are long. So he's from 2014. He was he's in Turkish league. I don't know. I can't, bro. His names are mad. Then he joined Freiburg in 2016. 2 years there,
Oh God.
and he moved to the Premier. He moved to the Premier League in 2019. Yeah, on a 5-year deal. I don't know how much they paid for him, but you know, it was decent. First season, second season, you could say, "Yo, this guy, bargain signing, bro." Like why we not even Arsenal were contemplating, do we sign this brother?
Mm-hmm.
I like his team. Form has gone down the drain, just absolutely garbage. Yeah. And so they're winning the game 1-0. Bournemouth come back. Then they score a second one. And then my brother decides to do a madness in the goal, bro. Man try to claim the ball back. Karate kick my man. Sent off, bro. So this week should be in jail, by the way, as Peter said earlier. But this week, Kagla Suyonku, you're not that guy, fam. Pattern up, bro.
Yes, that Russian leg sweep.
Yeah. In fairness, for assault, you should go. You should absolutely go, without a shadow of a doubt.
No one mentioned Jordan Pickford. He should have been in the contention as well.
Quite comfortably.
You know what's funny about Pickford's decline? Do you know when it actually happens?
When did it happen?
Remember when Alisson tried to do that Cruyff turn against Leicester, but then he got punished, and then Pickford went in the media. Then he said, "I'll never do Alisson." Lo and behold, versus our derby, he literally throws the ball into the net for Origi to score. Since then, his club form has gone down a cliff. Since out of those words.
Yeah, now he's one of those keepers that you expect a howler from.
Yeah, he's an England goalkeeper, isn't it? They are howlers. They're all howlers. Was he the goalkeeper in the England-Iceland game in the Euros?
No, that was Joe Hart.
Right, Jack Hart. Holy smokes!
That game, bro.
Testing times.
Right.
Never.
All right, cool.
I am surprised Clashknife did not get it.
Oh, yeah. The bullets that were dodged this week.
Their lives. Nah, bro. Listen, Suyonku has to get it, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro. Yeah, the magnitude of it is the thing.
Yeah. You know what? He let his team down. Even though it's the heat of the moment, he let his team down, man.
The heat of the moment.
And you can see the 3 goals after that. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Are we doing predictions for this week?
Yeah, the crowd are asking for it. Boss like Endo said predictions. He wants some predictions still.
Give the people what they want. Yeah. Give the people what they want. Chelsea Norwich tomorrow. Only game 8:15. Chelsea must win.
Chelsea win.
Chelsea will if they lose.
If they drop points, I mean,
if we drop points, it's over, man. It's over.
Yeah,
you got to shut down the case.
Even if Chelsea get enough points to finish third, if they drop points against Norwich, they should drop out the top 4. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, honestly.
This guy.
Yeah. No,
BBC
right.
Sport on Wednesday. You've got Burnley Wolves.
Jeez.
It's sticky for the European places.
Yeah, Europa is looking more interesting in terms of who gets what, more than who gets Champions League.
Wait, you reckon?
Oh, guys, I've checked out, man, of the league, bro, this season.
Yeah, because there's only 2 places in the Europa League available. Do you get what I'm saying? And yet there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 teams fighting for it. 4 or 5 teams.
Did you not hear what Jose said about Europa League?
What did he say?
He wants to win it a 3rd time.
He said, I've been in Europa League twice. I've won it twice. If I'm in a 3rd time, okay. He said, I've won Champions League, but to win Europa League is like Lewis Hamilton winning Formula 2 or Formula 3000. That's literally what he said. That's literally what he said. He compared the Europa League to Formula 2, bro. He's mugging it off.
How's is gonna be out very, very soon? Outdated, archaic piece of.
How long does Jose have at the Tottenham job?
I don't know, man. Jose could win the Europa League. When I heard him say it, I was like, "Yo!" When Jose says his mind to something, yeah,
he's no guns blazing for the cup.
He cost the Europa League throughout our whole campaign.
And won it
because it's beneath him.
If if you man remember when Porto won the UEFA Cup, yeah, in 03, and the way that final against Celtic, blood. Oh my days, fam! It was like you want to talk about death on a pillow, yeah? Bloody hell! It was a suffocation match, literally. It was like fighting a German in the war. It was unreal. It was just unreal. Anyway, we move on.
Yes, Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher's back. He said Jose has 99 problems, but Arsenal ain't one. Real deal said Jose is the greatest ever. I'm telling you.
Do you know Jose's never lost a home game to Arsenal in his career?
10 games.
Brother indifferent.
Why should he?
Always be Arsenal.
10 games, 6 wins, 4 draws. Never.
He came to the Premier League in 2004-05 season. Since then, there's no excuse to lose to Arsenal at home.
Unbelievable.
What do you mean 4 or 5? Blood, come on. We were still good then.
When was it acceptable to lose to Arsenal at home? Robin, you tell me.
We haven't lost him at home in a while.
Robin, let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes, yeah? FA Cup, Danny Welbeck, yeah? Round the hair.
I can't.
And that wasn't acceptable. And that wasn't acceptable. You think that would happen under Jose? No.
No, in all fairness, though, Arsenal at home, I'm licking my chops. How many?
You man haven't won. You haven't won an away top 6 game since 2015.
And what's funny is we've lost 17, drawn 10, won none in like the last. I can't remember how many years they said it was.
Nah, guys, half a decade. You man ain't won an away in the top 6. Are you mad? Sam Fisher says, all jokes aside, as an Arsenal fan, Arteta makes late substitutions and he's a terrible coach. I told you this man from day one.
He's a novice, bruv. He's a novice.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say.
Oh, Sam, that's harsh words.
Okay. So yeah, Burnley Wolves. What was the prediction?
I'm gonna go Wolves win.
I'm getting Burnley home win.
That just screams 1-1 to me.
And I think Adrian, you're probably right. Man City, Bournemouth.
Oh, R.I.P.
How many goals shall we?
Oh my days. Yeah, how many?
Annihilation of epic proportion.
Every time I hear those games, you know that song that meme that came on like City 1, City 2. That song, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be 5.
City 1, City 2. Yeah, I think City win. We have another comment from Real Deal. He says, Peter, Peter, you had all the smoke talk. Oh, I tried to warn you.
Yeah. My hands are raised. My hands are raised, bro.
Listen.
I made a poor error in judgment, and I used Arsenal as my defense. That is a. I should be questioned. I should be tested.
You should be questioned. I'm happy
to be tested.
I'm happy you have joined a World Cup. That's what I need to know.
Yeah, I should be checked. That's for damn sure.
What for what?
Huh?
On a Maradona thing.
Like, oh yeah, facts. Did you see my celebration after the goal?
No, do you know how bad that is? Maradona scored a goal, he celebrated. That was 4 minutes at the mouth. I said, this can't be right. I'm not to take it. They tested him in and there. We can get what, a 2-year ban?
Nah, guys, deep it. Like everyone, I don't know if you guys are watching Arsenal Fan TV, but I was. They were hot for 1 minute. It was 1 minute of just everyone going crazy.
Mate, my favorite is my favorite is Lee Judges because he's a grown man. Like he's too grown for this, right?
I love
the way he talks, like he's just because the defending is not good enough. He's just straight up. I love him and Chris Hudson. Do you remember the guy that was on Sky Sports?
Yeah.
Can say this. Those are my guys, bro. Troops and all them, man. Yeah, I got love for them. I got time for them. But the grown men, blood, are the ones, bro. They're gangster.
No, I have time for Lee Judges. He's so funny, and he's white.
He's my favorite. He's definitely my favorite.
When Robbie loses his mind, you know, I find it funny because he always plays politically correct. It's always that politically correct job.
Yeah.
He's asking the journalistic questions, and you're like, bro, do you have a heart? Like, do you care? But when you see him effing and blinding, you're like, you know what?
Yeah, in the watch along when man is swearing, he's F bombs. Yeah, I said, this guy is pissed, blood.
Yeah, because after the game, you don't get his full emotion, so you feel like he doesn't care. But then when you see him actually watching the game, you're like, right, he gets just as upset as any Arsenal fan.
But he's still trying to be because when Son equalized, You can see him trying to get angry, but he's like, I can't.
I can't. I gotta hold it together. I'm the one functional member of this band.
I'm telling you, bruv. Grey hairs, fam. Grey hairs come quick.
Guys, we're in the dying minutes of United Southampton. What's going on there? What we saying?
I mean,
are United going to see it
I
out?
am holding my breath.
Is it tight?
I'll let you lot talk, innit? Because I no spoilers.com. Right, so as in I'm ahead, innit?
Yeah, because Peter's a minute ahead still.
Newcastle Spurs. I'm going Newcastle, lads.
Yeah, this will be such a game that Newcastle wins.
Nah, man, Newcastle got beat by Watford, bruv. I think they're done. I think they're at the beach. I'm gonna go Spurs win.
What? Because of one defeat, but they're the slapping goals.
Going back to what I was saying earlier with Arab money, hasn't that thing gone through now? I believe the Newcastle thing.
I don't know. I hope it does, but I've not seen anything.
Because last time I checked, they were doing like the accreditation. So like where they sort of check the person's finances, where they've got the money, can they sustain a club for a period of time. By the time I checked, that's what they were at. I haven't had anything else. But they meant to tie up the deal like 2 months ago.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Heads in his hands. Robinho has his head in his hands. Why, John? Why is that?
What?
Yeah,
when Mandem asked me what is going on at Old Trafford, I said no. I'm 96 minutes in, and yet there's 5 of us at the time.
Wait, are you being serious? Oh, my stream is behind. I haven't seen it yet.
Listen, let me tell you right now, Robin. Let me tell you something right now. Lindelof needs to be sold this summer. Lindelof has to be sold this summer. I am deadly serious, guys. I'm not pissing around. I don't want to hear that any centre half at Man United is worthy of Premier League status because they're not. It is utter garbage. What I'm seeing there, holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oscar, when you said what is going on at Old Trafford, you don't know how my intestines were moving for me because I had to hold my seat. Because as soon as you said it, the corner come in and the header went in. I said, do I blame De Gea or do I go for Lindelof?
Real deal said, Peter, I see you. He saw you squirming in your chair.
He saw me squeak, bro. I was trying to clench anything and everything.
Who's that ball here? Lindelof. Oh, he's goal side. How has he let that happen?
He's had a Western super.
Wait, you went to the back post.
There was no back post.
What, Pete? Is it full time?
It's full time.
It's full time. It's over.
My end, yeah.
Yes, get in.
And the thing is, it went into like 98 minutes. That's what's even worse.
Because my thing is still saying 96. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Have you had a look at the timeline?
Have I had a look at the No, I haven't looked at the timeline.
And this was my point about perception. Not all of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it rapid fire?
Wait.
Nice rapid fire.
I told you.
Yeah, Robin said it.
I told you. I know.
It was skeptical. Wait.
Robin said it twice. Robin said it thrice.
Bro,
Oh,
Real
mate.
Deal said, I heard. Wait.
The thing is, there was a moment, I can't lie to you, that there was a moment when I did something and I thought snot was gonna come out. I thought something was coming out because I was trying to hold this and it was just like, nah. Do you know what I'm saying? It was just one of those ones. I just said, nah, it's just
we lost to Sheffield United and we're still third. What?
Honestly, fam, that is an absolute mistake. It's an absolute mistake.
No, you might have to tell me, what does the 3 stand for now? Oh my days, man.
Say again, what is the what? What is the what?
Stand for? What does the 3 stand for? Oh my gosh!
Is it third place?
Yes. Wait, yes.
Relax.
Broken heart.
Fam, you know what I'm saying? The game went up to like 99 minutes, man. Flipping out.
Oh my gosh! No,
Oh my god.
Do you know how I've been burning since Saturday afternoon? I've been burning. Oh, only for Leicester and United to drop points. What a howler!
What a weekend.
So, got hooked up in 60 minutes. Howler!
The thing is,
howler! It's a flipping howler!
Fam,
oh my gosh!
Fam, imagine, no one in the top 4, and the Man United players look pissed, by the way. But what's it called?
Of course.
No one in the top four, no one on top four podcasts won this weekend. How often do you see this?
Often.
Wowza.
Not very.
Bruv.
Oh, the Chelsea agents have come in fantastic for us. We were down and out. We employed Solanke to get the job done. Then we had a few phone calls.
Honestly.
Oriol Romeu, Ryan Bertrand, can you please pull in some strings? And they've done us a solid tonight.
That's crazy.
Oh,
And the thing is, you're caught in two minds because you don't know whether or not United should have just taken their chances. But at the same time, they gifted 2 goals.
But that Rashford miss that you were speaking about. Who missed the bad one?
who missed it? Who missed?
Martial and Rashford. Oh, no, Rashford's
Rashford.
one was awful. Rashford's
Marcus.
one was awful.
Marcus. I've been onto him,
Marcos.
though. I've been onto him. That's not new. Real Deal
Okay.
says Marshall is fuming. Guys, I'm
Right.
buzzing. I don't even want this stream to end.
He got taken off, right? And then after the final whistle, his face, you know when Martial's got that face on him? He's pulling one of those he was pulling one of those, blood.
That's
He was pulling one of those. Wow, Manchester United are 5th.
Yeah, but they
No,
They even got
but I
above
don't
Leicester.
understand though,
They stayed
because
fifth.
they started the front 5.
They're still
Yeah.
5th.
We're still 5th because they've got 3 goals ahead.
listen.
Robin, you
Listen,
said that.
United have Palace. United have Palace, West Ham, Leicester. Win those games out, you're
Yeah.
in, bro.
Yeah. That's the truth of the matter. Is that they don't need to panic, but it's just the fact that it's no longer in their hands as such. But bloody hell. Huh?
It's because obviously Leicester's that variable.
This
But
is
then-
what,
when
this
they're in
is
their
what
games,
we
it's
always do.
No, but then the thing is, but Adrian, the thing is, even if they win all their games, it doesn't guarantee they'll be in the Champions League.
Chelsea need to be careful.
No,
as
if
well.
we win, we
No.
do get Champions League.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. So you have to win all 3.
Because
Yeah.
bear in mind, they beat Leicester. If they beat Leicester in the final day, in addition to the other.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, of course. Of course.
Ooh, I need to play my fantasy football teams.
So, boy,
Abuse.
anyone can
Do you know what's
drop
mad,
points.
yeah? Do you know what's so mad? I took Man United players out of my fantasy team earlier on in the season, right? And they started winning bare games. I've now put like 3 or 2 Man United players in my team. None of them did niche for me. And then they dropped 2 points against. They've done nothing for me.
Who did you have?
No, as in like what I'm saying is before I had Man United players in there, but they weren't doing well. I then took them out, and then people like Bruno came in. Obviously, you can't gamble on Bruno at the start unless you really know him.
Yeah, fact.
I didn't have him in the side, and then what's it called? I think I took out. I think I didn't have Martial players like that, right? No, Rashford wasn't scoring that often, in comparison to the first half of the season. And then I've put. I don't know who. Let me check who I've put in now. I literally put in Fernandes and Greenwood, right? And okay, Fernandes got me 5 points today, but Greenwood got me nothing. And it's just bizarre that they've not even thingy. Maybe I'm the curse on the fantasy
I think
football
you're the
for
curse,
Manchester
man.
United.
Because bro, Martial is running hot, and he's a midfielder.
We've got a few
Wow.
comments. Bosslight Endo said that United have been 5th for a century. What the hell? Real Deal also said, do you know what's so mad? Man United still need to play Leicester at the King Per. That is
The
nuts.
King Per?
Is
Yeah,
it-
man.
is-
All the way.
Reminds me of, was it the 2002-03 season, final day of the season, Liverpool versus Chelsea, and it was essentially winner goes top 4, just for Gronk.
Nah, bruv, fam, if Chelsea didn't win that game, administration was coming for us.
Finish. You know that game was pretty cool. We used to dissect him. Finish.
Oh my days.
Oh,
we
but
will not be seeing them.
The rest is history.
The rest
Bruv,
is
that-
history. Okay, Arsenal Liverpool.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, Arsenal Liverpool quickly. 8:15. What we saying? Obviously, Liverpool's going to be a
Liverpool
shellacking.
win. Liverpool win.
Shellacking.
Liverpool win.
Yeah, Liverpool win. Like, I don't
Gonna
think
be-
we're going to smack up. If it was at Anfield, but yeah, I think we'll.
No, bro. Like I feel like Liverpool when they're on the gas, they can score 3 or 4 against any team,
No.
including City. They
Yeah,
can do it.
we're
So,
gonna
in my
call them
opinion,
maniac.
yeah, go on. Yeah.
I think he's going to defend well against us. I genuinely think he's going to have a good defensive performance. Genuinely.
Okay. Maybe you're right, but then does that not? Are you excluding 2 chronic errors or 3 at the most?
This is the thing about Arsenal.
Exactly, because the defending can be there. That's the point I'm making. It can be steady for 80 minutes, but then I say, do you know what? I have a chip has gone off the robot's head, and then it starts chopping wires. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's brilliant because I could genuinely see like Mustafi shackling Salah. Like, I see Salah not really sort of impacting the game as much as he would like. I see David Luiz sort of looking okay. Salah's match looking physical, but then Peter, you're bang on. Somebody will do something. Somebody will do something.
The thing is, all the hard work gets undone. That's been the story of our season. It's we've held it, and then 2-2s now. Boom.
Something.
So, David, Arsenal, Liverpool, what's your scoreline?
Slaughterhouse, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm telling you, free. Liverpool getting free on Wednesday.
Huh? From Arsenal?
No, Liverpool are getting 3. They're scoring 3.
They're receiving 3 from Arsenal.
Nah, they might get 1. They might get 1.
Oh, hold on, Calvert. I think we'll
Okay.
do 2 more.
Yeah. Everton, Aston Villa, Thursday night.
Oh, who cares, man? That's the Everton win.
Oh, you're
All right.
playing there. Potentially,
let's start.
if Villa win that, they're talking.
The Villa's going down. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Hopefully. Good riddance.
Yeah,
Rubbish.
send them down, bro. That fan that tried to give racist comments to Wilfred Zaha, bro. I think
Right?
that should go down, bro. Bang,
Well,
get out of here.
Nah, man.
And the brother on McGoldrick as well.
I'm not on that.
And, yeah,
I'm
don't say
not
a
on
lie because look at you defending yours, yeah, because of McGoldrick, fam. Yeah, McGoldrick
No,
was
no,
getting
no, I just
Chelsea,
think-
getting
I
screwed
just
by
think-
Chelsea fan blood.
Look,
Racist man, them blood. Move, blood.
My
Go,
mindset,
bro.
my mindset on that kind of stuff has always been a little bit different, possibly because I am a Chelsea fan. But I just think you can't attribute that kind of scumbaggery to a club. It's one person. They're not a.
No, I'm just saying,
club.
innit? We're saying obviously in jest, like Villa should go down. The whole club should just go down anyway. But in the same vein, that Chelsea should just get out of it.
I
What do you think?
What's
I
that?
was going to say, like moving forwards, do you think players should be vocal and just blast people for giving them
Blast it.
Because I think in the long term, it will serve as a deterrent because people think because a man is on 120 grand a week, you can just say whatever you like to him. And the thing is, that 12-year-old, the thing is,
12.
See
12.
the relationship is taught. That is a perfect example because if like the mental intellects that he used. That's not something you stumble across in 12 years. You're taught. Your parents have been teaching you about KKK. The parents should be in the cell next to him.
Fam, when I heard that he was 12 years old, blood, they went to man's yard and arrested him, and he was 12 years old. I said, this is unbelievable. This is Wahala. Anyway.
We got a
and the same
comment from Robinho, are you okay?
I'm alive. I'm fine.
The thing is, it feels like a defeat, even though it wasn't. It just, I know them ones, them sickening blows.
Yeah, it
But
sickening blows.
guys, what does this say about the state of our league in which Chelsea, Leicester, and United are all vying for a Champions League place and they're throwing away points? Ridiculous.
Man.
Ridiculous. Real Deal said straight blast them all. It's them guys' blood. What?
It's in them guys' blood.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
No, Rags, blast 100%. You get me? Sky Sports usually to cover every single one. And then the what's it? The police run up in the yard. Even if you are 12, run up in that yard, cuz.
Yeah.
And Nick man, straight up and down. Okay, Leicester against Sheffield United. Ooh, 6-pointer.
Leicester against Sheffield United.
Don't care.
This is what's going to happen. Leicester will win. No, Leicester. Sheffield will win. And then we'll go lose to Crystal Palace because I know my team.
Nah, not Palace. Southampton are okay. They're a good side. Not Palace. Not Palace.
I think it's I think Sheffield United will get something here.
Yeah.
I think a draw.
Man, then if Sheffield United beat Leicester, then Leicester's Champions League hopes are over.
I mean, we say that, but the Robin makes that point that.
No, Robin's hurting. Robin's hurting.
No, I'm not hurting. I'm disappointed because I was like, come on, guys. We sang the same hymn sheet for 7 years, and you want to sing it again? Again, we have done this.
If they win, we're talking about 57 points. They'll be 2 behind Manchester United. So, man. Sheffield United, they'll be 2 behind Manchester United. Obviously, without Man United having played. But anyway,
so wait, does this result does tonight's result bring Wolves back into the picture?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Wolves. Okay, Wolves are 4 points behind. Don't get me wrong, but Wolves have got big games. They could take points off the guys above them. So I swear Wolves have got. If I remember correctly, is it just Chelsea?
I don't know who else they've got.
But if Wolves do what they have to do,
yeah,
I mean, that must-win game.
The thing is, everyone's still playing each other a little bit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one game here playing there, one game there. Anyway, so yeah, Leicester Sheffield. Come on.
I said draw.
It's hard to predict. It's so hard. I'm going Sheffield.
I'm gonna go Leicester.
Right, cool.
Leicester have to end some point.
All right, Palace, Manchester United. Robinho.
I don't really care right now.
You don't care?
No.
How about your team getting Champions League football? This is the bread and butts. Oscar.
I'll say United win.
Comfortable United win. Adrian.
Yeah, Palace have been in their form. United win.
They've been since you gave them 4, they haven't recovered. It's your fault, Adrian.
I think they've lost 4 in a row now.
Something like that. All right. Are we doing the weekends as well?
No, we'll probably do a pod on Thursday, won't we? So,
will we?
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, we did results on Thursdays.
We did a midweek. We did a midweek, didn't it? We did a midweek too.
I'm bloody exhausted. All right, cool. That sums up this week's Top 4 podcast. Wagwan, Oscar.
Yes! We had one last comment from Boss Like Endo who said Man City have scored 91 goals in the Premier League. Absolute mad thing.
Shooting.
You know, Man City had 5 players that scored 10 plus. 5! 50 goals for the 5 man.
That shows you how bad the defense has been.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's one of those. What picture does it really paint? Is it that obviously their attack is insane, but the defending at Man City, man,
and then this is
unbelievable.
Pete, look at that picture.
I'm telling you, bruv. Because he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. Wow. That, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we will sum up this week's Top 4 podcast. We will be back after the Crystal Palace Manchester United game. Hopefully, for Robin's sake, there will be no more dropped points for Manchester United. Because if there are dropped points, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a bonanza. Yeah, make sure you share, like, subscribe at Top 4 Podcast on the Twitter, on the YouTubes, on the SoundClouds, on iTunes. We're everywhere, rude boy. Yeah, make sure you share, like, subscribe. Oscar, one more comment before we leave.
He said, Robinho, I know that feeling. It's annoying.
Trust me, Robin. I was there. We lost to Spurs. You got a draw. At least you gained a point.
Oh,
so it's still in their hands. Come on.
That's zero consolation for Robin.
Come on.
Yeah, it's still in their hands. Shout out to every single person that's commented. Boss Like Endo, Real Deal, Sam Fisher. We love you guys.
Yeah, big up. Make sure you tune in on Thursday night. What, Oscar? 10:30? 10:30, yeah? 10:30?
10:30, that's per, man. 10:30 Thursday.
10:30 Thursday night. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get bare comments in and bring bare questions, man, them, yeah? And gal them. Bring bare questions and let's answer this thing. Big up, Real Deal. Big up, everyone. You get me? Black Lives Matter. Peace.
Peace.